Ooh, and here we go. Due for a nice, big, long night. A nice ESPN doubleheader. Starting us off, Rockets versus Cavs. Let's start the show. That's right, yo. We are back once again, and I'm sure some of you are surprised considering that the New York Knicks are playing tonight. So, of course, we will be live for the New York Knicks game later tonight. But a nice little lead-in. We're going to get to see the Cavs and the Rockets go at it. A nice little sneak peek into what the Cleveland Cavaliers got going on right now. Obviously, they've been a little up and down the same way the Knicks have been a little up and down. The Eastern Conference, outside of the Detroit Pistons, have been a little up and down. So, getting to see the Cavs take on a very, very, very good Houston Rockets team is going to be interesting to watch. The game is in Cleveland. Rockets on the road here in the Eastern Conference. Knicks on the road in Texas. It's like the Rockets and the Knicks switch places here today. But Alperen Sengun, we will get started with the away team as always, and starting with the best player on the team. You may think it may be Kevin Durant, but instead it's actually Alperen Sengun. Alpy is off to a phenomenal start to the year. Now, these stats are not as updated as they should be. They're about a week old, so these stats are actually a little bit on the rise for Alperen Sengun, so I won't harbor too much on especially the percentages here, but I do know he is still lighting it up from three-point range. The Houston Rockets as a team are lighting it up from the perimeter. I believe they're either one or maybe they've dropped down to maybe two or three. But they are one of the top two or three best three-point shooting teams percentage-wise in the NBA. This team gets them up, and they've been knocking them down so far to start the year. A lot of that has to do with Alperen Sengun, obviously with the Houston Rockets now playing a much bigger lineup with the introduction of Kevin Durant. Alperen Sengun needed to extend his range, and he has, so much so that the Jokic comparisons are no longer just like, oh yeah, baby Jokic. No, legitimately, 22, 10, and 7, 42%, 43% from three-point range. Again, these stats are maybe slightly different because these statistics are a week old. I did not have enough time to update them, but they're going to give us a general idea of where we're standing right now. Sengun has been playing like the starter that the Rockets need him to be, because if he wasn't, they would be relying a lot more on Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant, at this stage in his career, should not be the 1A guy. He should be able to join a team like the Houston Rockets, a young up-and-coming team, and be able to play alongside a guy like Alperen Sengun to accentuate the things that Kevin Durant is still really good at. David Osh Jr., what's up, David Osh Jr.? Justice's dad, Daniel Berry Sports, Lana Motors, appreciate y'all very, very much. You're doing Knicks as well. Of course, Lana, of course, we don't miss Knicks games. We double dipping today. We got the doubleheader going on ESPN. I said, why not? The reason I wasn't going to do it is because I did not have enough time to update the statistics, the player graphics, and the each player statistics for the Rockets or the Cavs. Now, we have covered the Rockets this season. We have covered the Cavs this season, so their stats are somewhat updated, but they're probably about a week old now. It's been about a week since we covered either one of these teams, but the Knicks are updated. Who are they playing? The Dallas Mavericks are updated. So when we get to that game later tonight, we'll be able to run through those. They'll be much more updated. But these are about a week old, which is fine. It's fine. They're slightly different now. A week later, it's still early in the year, so a good game or a bad game can shift pretty. It can shift it a lot based on how they're playing. But for the most part, Alperen Sengun and a lot of these guys are pretty consistent the way they're playing. But with Sengun playing the way that he is, extending that three-point range out to the perimeter, with his high post ability, his passing ability, his scoring ability, and his nice soft touch, very much similar to Nikola Jokic. Now, he's not the player Nikola Jokic is, but he's not that far off. Jeff Brown, what's up, Jeff Brown? Fellow Cavs fan, what's up, Jeff Brown? Always happy to see the Cavs fan come into the chat. And we will get to the Cleveland Cavaliers, obviously, here in our little pregame roundup. But Alperen Sengun, if he's not playing to this level, this Houston Rockets situation does not work the way that it's working so far to start the year. It's an incredible start for the Houston Rockets, and they're even without Fred VanVleet. If they had Fred VanVleet, man, boy, oh boy, would these Rockets legitimately be a favorite to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. But without him, they're still damn good. And, we'll get to him. Mr. Reed Shepard has been stepping up. I wish I could have updated Reed Shepard. As a matter of fact, maybe we could pull it up just because I'm interested, because he is the wild card of this team that obviously is missing very much missing Fred VanVleet, right? So when we get to Reed Shepard, I'll go through and I'll make sure we get to talk about him. But then we move on to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, the introduction of him onto this team, while not having to give up majority or pretty much any of their players that create the identity for this team. They didn't have to give up Sengun. They didn't have to give up Thompson. They didn't have to give up a guy even like Tari Eason or even like a guy like Reed Shepard. I mean, Dylan Brooks is a good player. Jalen Green is a good player, but neither one of those guys, I don't think, maybe Dylan Brooks a little bit, but we're creating the identity for this Rockets team. And so in order to continue to hold on to the identity of this team and then add one of the most seamless fits in NBA history to any team, Slim Money Reaper, the Slim Reaper, 6'11", 37 years old, we know this, out of Texas, 24 points per game, over 20 points per game. Still, Kevin Durant, still easily getting buckets in modern basketball, right? With Alperen Sengun playing the way that he is, and Kevin Durant just now in an older state, being able to take a step back on most nights and just going, go ahead, Alfie, you do your thing. I'll play off of you. When the ball swings to me, I'll make a move. I'll be able to go one-on-one. A lot of the defense is now paying attention to you. Same with a guy like Amen Thompson, who obviously we'll get to next. But now also having Amen Thompson, if he's got to go on that night, go ahead, Thompson. Go ahead, Sengun. Y'all do your thing. I'll be here when you need me. Because they will need him. Right? This young team is going to need Kevin Durant, and part of the reason why they went to go get him is because in last year's playoffs, they really didn't have that go-to guy. They didn't have that go-to scorer. And guess what? When push comes to shove in the playoffs, you don't want to see this guy with the ball in his hands with the game on the line, right? And not only just him, Alperen Sengun so far to start the year has also shown he's pretty damn clutch himself, leveling up so far this year. So, David Hodge Jr. said JB back tonight. Back in Dallas, 40-point JB. We'll see. He is back. That is the rumor. He's going to be questionable going into the game. He is a game-time decision, technically. But when Jalen Brunson's a game-time decision, that usually means he's going to play, right? So we'll get to the Jalen Brunson stuff as the night goes on. But now, as of right now, we're going to get to Amen Thompson, who is making that leap. Again, these stats are a little bit older. I'm not sure if it's still 18.6 points per game. But Amen Thompson has been absolutely hooping his butt off this year. Is making a leap from last year from where he was. The gradual growth is still there for Amen Thompson, similar to where it is with All-Star Thompson in the sense that there's gradual growth there. It's not like he's made the full star leap. Like I don't think Amen Thompson is going to make an All-Star team this year. But you can see that there is an All-Star team down the pipeline for a guy like Amen Thompson. But he's still doing all of the things, stepping into a role that he's not naturally gifted at in terms of being a playmaker as a point guard. Still almost six assists per game, kind of trying to mold himself into a point guard. Obviously, he's got a guy like Kevin Durant to help him along the way. He's got guys like Reed Shepard coming off the bench to sort of ease some of the ball handling burden as Reed Shepard is starting to come along. Speaking of Reed Shepard, let me make sure we pull him up. But Amen Thompson, I mean, he's still knocking down shots from the field at a high rate because of his athleticism, just allows him to get to the basket and finish over rim protectors with ease because of his athleticism and his strength now that he's adding as he's getting older. 67% from the foul line isn't great. Again, these percentages slightly different now. These stats are about a week old at this point. Got to update them. But sub 20% from three-point range is clearly, obviously not going to get it done for him. His calling card right now is his ability to get downhill and play defense. But if that perimeter shot never comes around, may never fully see the all-star superstar leap for Amen Thompson. He could still get there without a jump shot, but obviously lacking a jump shot, being a guard, 6'7" guard, is always going to hold him back. So you want to see him get to some level of respectability. I'm not asking him to be a 40% three-point shooter. All I'm asking you to get the 34, 35% on low volume. Just be a threat somewhat. Robin, what's up, Robin? But now we get over to Jabari Smith Jr., probably the the most unsung player on this Houston Rockets team, the former number 3 overall pick, still 22 years old. I feel like the way a lot of people talk about Jabari Smith Jr. is as an afterthought, is like, I mean, he's fine. He's no Paolo or Chet, which is true. But at the same time, this man is making winning play after winning play after winning play. The three-point shooting is there. The free throw shooting is there. The field goal percentage shooting for a guy who's mostly now out on the perimeter with Kevin Durant and Steven Adams and Alperen Sengun taking up a majority of the interior play and mid-range play, my guy's still able to have a pretty respectable field goal percentage number. He's locking in defensively 1.2 and 1 over 2 stocks a game for him. And contributing, there's not a ton of rebounds to go around on this team. I mean, everybody's rebounding the hell out of the ball. You got Thompson, you got Eason, you got obviously all the bigs with Steven Adams, Alperen Sengun, Clint Capella coming off the bench, and Kevin Durant at 6'11", 7 feet tall. Not a ton of rebounds going around, but he's still finding a way to get a respectable amount of rebounds on this extremely large, extremely good rebounding team. Jabari Smith Jr., you're going to hear me probably say his name a lot in the sense of he's there on the rotation, he's there to grab a rebound, good box out from Jabari Smith Jr. He's doing a lot of the dirty work, making a lot of winning plays for this team. Not as concerned with the statistics right now as this team is vying for a deep, deep playoff run, if not a championship run altogether. And I think he understands that this year. He's fully bought into his role, getting to learn under Kevin Durant, who I think some people, I never saw the comparison, but some people compared his game coming out of college to. But I will say, Jabari Smith Jr. getting the opportunity to learn under Kevin Durant is going to bear fruit for his game. Again, only 22 years old, ton of development ahead of him. If he keeps his head down and continues to put in the work the way he has been, he's going to get so much better just off of the experience he's going to learn this year of being on a winning team, playing in a versatile role where he's got a million different responsibilities and getting to learn under Kevin Durant, kind of taking him under his wing and shadowing him. You've already seen videos of him, like every time Kevin Durant's out on the court, Jabari Smith Jr. is right behind him, studying him, doing the same drills, trying to understand what makes Kevin Durant so good at basketball. Jabari Smith Jr. is trying to replicate that as best as he can. Now, nobody's going to be Kevin Durant, but Jabari Smith Jr. has a similar build, similar size, a high shooting touch, soft shooting touch. So to see him learn under Kevin Durant is going to bear fruit for the Houston Rockets and Jabari Smith Jr. in particular for years to come. We get over to Reed Shepard, my guy. I've never lost faith. I never sold any stock in Reed Shepard. I know, obviously, the former number 3 overall pick, another former number 3 overall pick, but Reed Shepard did not play a whole lot last year. Now, they were a very deep team last year, the Houston Rockets were. Just had guys on top of guys in all aspects of the game. And maybe if Fred VanVleet is healthy, maybe Reed Shepard also doesn't see a ton of time this year. But with the injury to Fred VanVleet before the season started, it gave an opportunity, it opened up an opportunity for Reed Shepard. And so far this year, he's up to 12.6 points per game, 3.1 assists, 12.6 points per game, 12.6 points per game, 3.1 assists, 2.7 rebounds. And he is shooting 48% from three-point range. This man is the true definition of a sniper because he's doing it off the bounce, doing it off the catch, he's doing it off of movement, and he is damn near 50% from three-point range, and we are now 12 games into the regular season. This is no longer just the early hot start to the season. This man might set a record for I'm like at a loss for words for the absolute marksmanship that he is, the display that he's putting on so far to start the year. Almost 50% from three-point range on pretty good volume. As a matter of fact, almost 6 3-point attempts per game. He's making almost 3 3-point attempts per game, which puts him at close to 50%, right? Incredible shooting season for Reed Shepard. The defensive instincts and the defensive tenacity that he plays with, I did not see that for him. Shepard has been pretty fantastic for a team that definitely needed a guard to come in and kind of show up, and nobody's going to fill in for Fred VanVleet like Fred VanVleet unless they went out and made a trade. I don't know if there's any trade available for them to make, but Reed Shepard has come in and he's fit this team almost perfectly because they needed somebody to be out there reliably that can stretch the floor. And he continues to get better game after game after game after game. And at 21 years old, going to look real dangerous for the Houston Rockets, where they have Thompson, Shepard, Jabari Smith Jr., Sengun. Obviously, you have a 37-year-old Kevin Durant to kind of help guide this team. But let me tell you something. Even post Kevin Durant, whenever that happens, I don't think it's not going to be this year, obviously, and it's probably not going to be next year, maybe even not even the year after that. But Kevin Durant can wind his career down knowing he's got guys in the back ready to take a step up as they continue to get older. The Houston Rockets are set up extremely well for not just the present, but also the future. And speaking of young guys, Tari Eason, at only 24 years old, is coming off the bench and should be in the running for Sixth Man of the Year as the year continues to go on. Obviously, should he play the 65-game requirement, we know that Tari Eason can struggle a little bit to stay on the court with some knick-knack injuries constantly bugging him as the seasons go on, as his career has gone on, but 12.3 points per game, over 12 points per game coming off the bench. But the biggest improvement from Tari Eason is, again, the three-point shooting. This team has been in fuego from the perimeter, and I can't tell is if it's just a hot shooting start to the year for the team in general, or if their offense is just bearing fruit so much that you have Thompson, who's a downhill threat. You have Sengun, who's a downhill threat, especially out of the post once you get it in the half court. Kevin Durant, who garners so much attention. And these guys are just getting open looks constantly, and they're just ready to fire away. I can't tell if it's that or just shooting luck variants or what it is, but the Houston Rockets have been lighting it up from the perimeter, which makes it extremely difficult, obviously, to guard them altogether because you have so many threats all over the court. Tari Eason continues to be one half of the Terror Twins. Him and Alperen Thompson together have been incredible. Whitewash, what's up, Whitewash? Happy to see you again, my brother. Always love seeing the Cavs fans come into the chat to support. You get over to Clint Capella, who's just a solid big man. He was the starter for many years for a good competing Hawks team that never really broke through. I mean, they had the one conference finals appearance, but after that, at 31 years old now, he's kind of fully transitioning into a backup big man, kind of, full circle. He started his career as a backup big man with the Houston Rockets before moving on to Atlanta to become the starting center. Now returning back to the Houston Rockets as his career is winding down to revert back to being a backup big. Good for him. He comes off the bench, provides what he provides. He's still a good rebounder. He's still a lob threat. Obviously, he's not going to shoot it more than 5 feet away from the basket. Decent rim protector at his age. Decent rim protector, but good rebounder and whatnot. And that's all you're really asking for Clint Capella. Continue to be a rim runner, continue to be a good rim protector, and continue to be a good rebounder. And that's what he's providing off the bench in his limited minutes. But you get the Dorian Finney-Smith, and none of this is updated because he has not played so far this year. He's yet to make his season debut. So we'll move it right along to Aaron Holiday. Holiday is also not going to get updated because of the emergence of Shepard. Holiday, I thought, was maybe going to beat out Shepard for the backup guard roles. I thought maybe he was going to be a little bit more reliable because he's a little bit older, a little bit more experienced than Shepard. But Shepard has just shown you, no, just give me the opportunity. I'm ready to go. So no Aaron Holiday so far as a part of the regular rotation, but maybe we'll see him at some point. He is a good guy to have in the back. But we do get to Mr. Steven Adams, who sometimes starts, sometimes doesn't. But Steven Adams, alongside with Clint Capella, has just been, especially Steven Adams, though, with his offensive rebounding. You guys hear me wax poetic about Mitchell Robinson and his value to the team as a rebounder and screen setter. Steven Adams is like the prototypical guy who's a phenomenal, like him and Mitchell Robinson are just going back and forth as to who's the most dominant offensive rebounder in the league. Steven Adams, at 32 years old, with all his injury history as well, still dominating the glass. As a matter of fact, normally I don't do this. Obviously, these stats aren't as updated as I'd like them to be because I didn't have the time to do it. But I do want to look up real quick Steven Adams' offensive rebounding this season in comparison to what Mitchell Robinson knew. And we know Mitchell Robinson's averaging over 5.5 offensive rebounds per game this year. Steven Adams is averaging 5.1 offensive rebounds per game this year. Like I said, both of these guys going back and forth as to who's the most dominant offensive rebounder in the league. Both of them play limited minutes so far to start the year. Part of that is making sure they get healthy towards the end of the year. Part of that is because of their limited, outside of the rebounding and screen setting and rim protecting stuff, limited offensively and whatnot, but still, when Steven Adams is in the game, expect the Houston Rockets to just win every possession from that point on. With that being said, we're going to move on to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and of course, we're going to start with the Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell has been lighting it up, over 30 points per game. He's carrying the offense for this team right now that is really, really, really struggling to get downhill pressure with Darius Garland missing majority of the year. I'm pretty sure Darius Garland is playing tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I do know he came back, made his debut, played a couple of games, and then got hurt again, and I know that's frustrating. Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel Tilson? Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate everybody coming in for tonight. Darius Garland is out, so no Darius Garland today. But Donovan Mitchell, without Darius Garland, without having that other guard who can reliably get to the basket or just run a regular pick and roll, like they've had to rely on a guy like Sam Merrill running some pick and roll, which has actually worked out pretty decently well, but obviously not something you want to go to on a consistent basis. Donovan Mitchell has been incredible. Daniel Tilson said, how long is OG out for? He'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks, which means he'll probably be back in 3 or 4. But Donovan Mitchell has been incredible. Getting to the basket, knocking down perimeter shots, doing majority of the ball handling for this team. Now, I usually say about Donovan Mitchell is that he is at his best when he can trust his teammates and get off the ball quickly. Without Darius Garland out there, can't really get off the ball as quick. But having Evan Mobley take a step up offensively has helped a little bit, but you still need that downhill pressure from your guards, and Donovan Mitchell is one of the only guys on the team right now providing that. He's got a lot on his shoulders, trying to keep this Cavs team afloat so that they can get healthy. But he is the go-to guy, obviously, out on the perimeter and the leader of this team. Now, the guy they want to eventually be the leader of this team is Evan Mobley at 24 years old. He'll be he'll probably make his second straight All-Star team, over 20 points per game, with Jarrett Allen seemingly taking a little bit of a step back this year, and in the absence of Darius Garland. Evan Mobley's had a lot more on his shoulders, a lot more playmaking on his plate this season. 28 and 4. I mean, the 4 assists is the thing that you really want to pay attention to. And I talked about relentlessly about these stats not being updated for the Rockets, but just to make sure on the Evan Mobley front, what is his assist numbers sitting at right now? Without Darius Garland, I mean, it's just impacted everybody down the line, all the way to Evan Mobley's playmaking. Right now, he's still averaging 4.3 assists. The rebound slightly up to 8.8. The scoring's actually down to 19. Lost about a point off of the scoring. But still doing all of the things you want him to do. Almost 3 stocks a game, over 3 stocks a game at this point. The percentages are strong. The three-point shooting not as strong, mostly because it's actually taking a lot more off the bounce, a lot more contested threes, settling for a lot of jump shots with Darius Garland, who is his favorite pick-and-roll partner, not able to feed him for open looks. So Evan Mobley's had to do a lot of self-creation to start the year. Hurt his efficiency somewhat in comparison to last year, but overall, Evan Mobley's taken a step up to be a better player. They just need him to continue to get better, and ultimately, they need Darius Garland to get healthy. Darius Garland is not going to play today. He came back from the toe injury, the turf toe surgery, a couple of games ago, re-aggravated it, is now back out. Frustrating, but ultimately, the goal is to get healthy for the playoff run. Get over to Jarrett Allen. If there's anybody who's been hurt by the Darius Garland injury more, it's Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen is his whole offense is almost predicated on obviously being a pick and roll finisher, right? He sets pretty good screens. He's an excellent roller to the basket, and he's an excellent finisher off of those rolls to the basket. He's got great hands to catch and everything. Jeff Brown said Evan will figure it out. He just struggles at the moment. For sure. He's going to be a second straight All-Star. He's going to make his second straight All-Star team. I'm not worried about Evan Mobley. It's just at 24 years old, you don't really want Evan Mobley being a self-creator when that's not really his game. And without Darius Garland out there to help facilitate the offense for him, he's being put in an uncomfortable situation right now, and his efficiency's taking a little bit of a hit. But without Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen's efficiency is taking a huge hit. It's funny they have him listed at 6'9". I think that afro is doing a heavy lifting because he definitely looks like a 7-footer out there, unless ESPN has the information wrong. But Jarrett Allen, without him, is actually seeing a decrease in his minutes in comparison to last year. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he does not have his pick-and-roll partner out there, because outside of that, he's an okay rebounder. He's solid. He's a solid rebounder, but not a great rebounder. They're going to need him tonight to help facilitate rebounding, because we know the Houston Rockets are going to dominate the boards as they always do. But the last time we saw the Cleveland Cavaliers take on a really dominant rebounder in games that mattered, it was a couple of years ago when they took on the Knicks, and Mitchell Robinson absolutely juniored Jarrett Allen and a young Evan Mobley. It's going to be really concerning tonight, that rebounding battle. We're going to have to watch it closely. But without Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen's really struggling so far to start the year. Christopher Kahn, what's up, Chris? We already know this is a squash, right? We'll see. We'll see. DeAndre Hunter not coming off the bench, in the starting lineup with no Max Strus. DeAndre Hunter's been really good, really solid. We got like 10 minutes before we get the tip-off, so we still got some time. DeAndre Hunter has been the third go-to guy, kind of playing a Darius Garland type of role of like trying to facilitate offense alongside Darius Garland as a ball handler. Obviously, that's not the strength of his game. He's more of a play finisher than a play creator. But DeAndre Hunter's actually done a decent job. The percentages are starting to rise. Again, these are not fully accurate. They're about a week old now. Percentages starting to rise back to where they've normally been throughout his career. They really need Max Strus back so they can put DeAndre Hunter back in his natural position as a sixth man. But he's been solid, holding up his end of the bargain coming onto this team. Max Strus remains out, I believe, right? Max Strus isn't back. As a matter of fact, let me check real quick here. No, the injury report here. Max Strus continues to be out. He's no longer wearing a walking boot on Tuesday, but still a lengthy recovery process ahead. So he's still probably a month out for Max Strus. That was last updated September 30th. That's almost a month ago, about 3 weeks ago now. They really need Max Strus back because it can open up the court with his shooting and his movement, but also help put other guys back in their natural positions like DeAndre Hunter. We get over to Lonzo Ball, and I'm always going to root for Lonzo Ball. Percentages, the statistics, the counting stats have not been kind to Lonzo Ball this year as he's making his way back from a 2-year hiatus with the knee injury and whatnot. But Lonzo Ball is additive, is always a positive player for the most part, obviously, right? Is always going to be a positive player. He makes great winning plays. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug? Appreciate you, my man. He's always going to make winning plays. Excellent facilitator, excellent passer, great vision, great communicator, great connective defender and offensive player. Just is like grease to the wheels of the offense and the defense, right? He's a good defensive playmaker as well. Now, he's obviously gotten off to a pretty slow start this season, but again, coming off a 2-year hiatus with the knee troubles, he's had meniscus replacement surgery. And so, he's just getting used to playing basketball again. It's still early in the season. I expect him to be significantly better as we get closer towards the end. Obviously, if he can stay healthy to that point. But we're going to have to wait and see how the season continues to develop for him. Dave Del Rosario, what's up, Dave? Nice outfit. You look great. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Shout out Claude Frazier, of course. We get over to Dean Wade, and Dean Wade has actually been super impressive to me this year. He's been the go-to perimeter defender for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That has been the biggest development for not just the Cavaliers, but for Dean Wade's game overall. The three-point percentage is starting to rise back to his natural where it's been for majority of his career at a above-average three-point shooter as a stretch big. But the thing that I've been mostly impressed with Dean Wade is the fact that he's really sliding his feet defensively. They have put him multiple times on the best perimeter player defensively, and he has more than held his own multiple times this season. Been very impressed with him. He's super important to what they can do, specifically defensively, but also as a stretch big. Dude is just a solid player all around, coming off the bench for them. Get over to Larry Nance Jr., who's a solid big man. The best part about his game is that he's really improved his three-point shooting, though you will not see it with these percentages. But he's really improved his three-point shooting. He's an actual threat from the perimeter, can space it out to the three-point line, which, when you take Jarrett Allen out and you can put a guy like Larry Nance Jr. in, is just a different look overall for the team, because you could have Mobley out there along with Larry Nance Jr., and then both bigs can spread it out to the three-point line. It's just a solid backup big for them. Jalen Tyson is kind of been the revelation player for the Cavs that you didn't really expect much coming into the year. You had hoped he would start to develop and actually garner some rotation minutes with a lot of the early injuries that the Cavaliers were struggling with. But Jalen Tyson, 11.3 points per game as of about a week ago. I don't know how much that's changed so far, but I will say I can pull it up real quick just because now I'm interested if he's still averaging double digits in scoring. But the three-point shooting is the thing that has really helped, and he's still averaging 11 points per game. The three-point shooting, he's going to miss tonight's game, so he's not playing tonight. That's unfortunate for the Cavaliers. But the three-point shooting is, 46% from three-point range. He's been an absolute marksman for them, and they definitely needed it. He had a good game against the Bucks. He did. But I believe that's going to wrap. No, we have Sam Merrill, right? We have Sam Merrill to go through. We have Sam Merrill to go through. He's out with a concussion. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, Jeff. You got to be careful with them concussions. Unfortunate, because boy, oh boy, are they going to need him tonight, or they would have needed him tonight. Sam Merrill is going to be very much needed tonight. I don't. Is he cleared to play? I know he was questionable, or maybe listed as a game time decision, or was listed day to day, or whatever. I think he's going to play tonight. Sam Merrill is just. I mean, he's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Look at this percentage. This is insane. My guy, I look at him the same way I look at Reed Shepard. Off of movement, off of the bounce, catch and shoot, deep ones, corners, wings, straight away, top of the key. Does not matter where he's shooting it from. This man is a danger. When he is on the court, you need to be in his jersey. You need to lock arms with him. You need to hold his hand. Do not allow him to leave your side. You need to treat him like you are the parent and he is the child. You need to hold his hand and make sure he does not leave your side. Because if he gets any kind of airspace, he's going to put it up there and it's likely to go down. It is difficult to guard Sam Merrill for extended minutes because this man continues to move and this man is always a threat. And he's actually getting significantly better this year as an on-ball player. He's getting significantly better attacking closeouts, playing out of the pick and roll, out of necessity because of no Darius Garland and a lot of the injuries that they've suffered this year. But it's going to be good development for him and for the Cavs as they get healthier and get a lot of these role guys back. You'll still have Sam Merrill in your back pocket in different lineup configurations to really spread the court out against defenses. Jeff Brown said questionable for tonight for Sam Merrill. Yes, that's the last I saw of Sam Merrill, is that he was questionable tonight. That's going to be unfortunate. But that's going to wrap up our coverage, our pregame preamble here for Cavs-Rockets. Really interesting matchup. Obviously, the Cavs are supposed to be the cream of the crop of the East. They've had a little bit of a rocky start this year at, what are they saying, at 10-5? Similar to a lot of teams like the Knicks. I mean, the Bucks weren't expected to be the cream of the crop, but the Detroit Pistons are really the only team in the East that have consistently been good. Other teams have been good most of the time, but have thrown up a couple of stinkers here and there. The Houston Rockets have been good consistently most of the time so far to start the year. They've been excellent. Steven Adams is in the starting lineup, so they're going to that. Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr. at the 3, Sengun at the 4, and Adams at the 5 starting lineup, which is, woof, that's going to be a tough one. Kwame Robinson, what's up, Kwame? Are the Knicks playing tonight? Yes, they are the late game tonight, Kwame Robinson, and we will be live going from this game directly into the Knicks game. Christopher Moore, what's up, Chris? Room for the Rockets tonight, Chris. I see you, brother. I see you. But this is going to wrap up our little pregame coverage. We do have everything set up for later tonight, starting with the captain, Jalen Brunson. The late game, Jalen Brunson will make his return from injury tonight. Shout out the captain, Jalen Brunson. I did not bother updating his statistics because they did not change a whole lot after missing 2 games. Jalen Brunson's did not. So, we know what Jalen Brunson's capable of. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays tonight with probably a really stiff ankle, but we'll see. Honorable mention, Craig Porter Jr. Absolutely, honorable mention, Craig Porter Jr. The pregame graphics that are made are usually for guys who are a part of the rotation naturally. Craig Porter Jr., when fully healthy, I don't think is going to remain in the rotation, although I could be wrong. Kenny Atkinson is viable to throw any guy out there he thinks that could help him win a basketball game. Craig Porter Jr. is really solid coming off the bench, and he's a good piece to have in your back pocket as a coaching staff on the roster. He can step in and really contribute. Another ball handler, pretty good decision maker. Got to work on his offense and extending his game, obviously, but part of the reason that's keeping him on the bench. But Craig Porter Jr. is solid. Nice honorable mention to Craig Porter Jr. Jalen Brunson is going to be interesting to see what he looks like in his first game back from the ankle injury. Ankle injury looked really bad. Only missed 2 games with it. Cool. Kay Hayes said, I think the Rockets win. I also think the Rockets are probably going to smack him up a little bit. Foong Pei, what's up, Foong Pei? I slapped your leg because you made that shirt and tie work somehow. Somehow it comes together, doesn't it? Hey, man, I just threw it together. I knew I wanted to wear the shirt, and then I was like, oh, snap. I don't know if I have a tie to match this. Pulled this one out of nowhere. Pulled it off. But we go from Jalen Brunson to Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns, 22 points per game. The stats are starting to rise. The efficiency, the percentages, the scoring, the rebounding has always been there. The assists are slightly higher than they were last year. Karl Anthony Towns coming off, not a stinker, against the Miami Heat the other night on, what was that, Monday? Not a stinker against the Miami Heat, but definitely not a good game, not a Karl Anthony Towns-esque game. He had, like 8 points at halftime, something like that. Was 1 for 8 from the field. Was not playing 4 points, I think he had at halftime. Was not playing well and really held the Knicks back, and especially in that first half. They were not capable of building a lead against the Miami Heat, and they ended up losing that game off of Karl-Anthony Towns missed at the end. Initially got blocked, got it back, and then missed the baseline jumper. Could have knocked it down, could have won it at the buzzer there, and it just rolled off the side of the rim. So Karl-Anthony Towns needs to be more consistent for this team. He's still trying to get accustomed to this offense, but overall, the shots got to be there. The shot selection has to be better. The movement has to be better. Then offensive fouls are always going to continue to bother us, but, it is what it is. It is what it is. Doug Fresh said, we have to tell Deuce he's not Brunson. Somebody had to be Brunson. It wasn't Karl-Anthony Towns, and Mikal Bridges didn't take a fourth-quarter shot. So somebody had to put the big boy pants on. I respect Deuce McBride. He said, you know what? Y'all all seem afraid to shoot these shots. I'm going to shoot them. And if it wasn't for back-to-back threes for Deuce McBride, the Knicks are not even in that game. So I'm going to give him a pass. That lefty scoop layup was a little wild. It was. I didn't like the shot, but somebody had to take the shot, and Bridges was not coming to demanding the ball. Karl-Anthony Towns was all over the place that night. I respect Deuce McBride for just stepping up, putting them big boy pants on, and saying, I'll do it. It was a wild shot, but he'll do it. K. Hayes said his three-point percentage needs to go up. I think it will, though. Yeah, I mean, it started off the year like 25% or something, and it's slowly been rising as the season's gone on. He'll probably end the year around 38, 39, 40% the way he normally does. I'm not really worried about his three-point shooting. It'll come around. Doug Preston, it was a good game, though. It was a really good game. Very entertaining. Need the Knicks to start stacking wins. Get your first road win tonight against Dallas. We're getting to the tip-off here. We'll immediately switch over to start covering the game in a second, but until then, we got OG Anunoby. Starting lineups, let me know. We know who the Rockets are starting. Thompson, Durant, Smith Jr., Sengun, and Adams. Who are the Cavs starting here tonight? With all the injuries that they have, I feel like their starting lineup can be different on a night-to-night basis here. The Cleveland Cavaliers are starting Donovan Mitchell, DeAndre Hunter, Naquan Tomlin. All right. Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. Is DeAndre Hunter out? DeAndre Hunter also out. Naquan Tomlin getting the start tonight. Let me get rid of all these tabs that I have open right here. And we're getting ready for the tip-off. OG Anunoby is out. He's going to be out for a while. Out for at least 2 weeks. So he'll be out for another. He'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks. So he'll be out for a little bit longer. And we're going to get to Mikal Bridges, but we'll get to him later. Right now, we are getting to the Cavs-Rockets game. Here we go. Get our game cast going. Dallas always gives us a problem. They do, but they are excruciatingly bad this season. And Cooper Flagg is questionable with an illness. We'll see if he ends up playing. It is a nationally televised game. Should play. Here we go. Jarrett Allen versus Steven Adams on the jump ball. Jarrett Allen steals the tip, and Donovan Mitchell will bring it down. Mitchell gets it over to Tomlin. Tomlin has it up top. They get it over to DeAndre Hunter. Hands it off to Mobley. Up top, Tomlin a three. No hesitation for the young man getting a start tonight. He didn't get it to go down, though. Here comes Amen Thompson bringing it down. Trying to post up Sengun against Tomlin. He's got the mismatch. Sengun has it in the post. They show two defenders. Tomlin knocks it away. Sengun picks it up. A lot of standing around for the Rockets. He spins off of Tomlin. Tomlin, as he steps through, kicks it out to a wide-open Thompson in the right corner. He can't get it to go down. Fight for the rebound. Adams able to grab it after Sengun knocked it loose, and then Jarrett Allen fouls Adams. And that is going to be the issue for the Cavaliers. It's not that initial defense. It's grabbing those defensive rebounds. Jarrett Allen can get bullied in the interior still against dominant rebounders. And the Houston Rockets are definitely built to dominate on the offensive glass. Steven Adams at the foul line for 2 free throws. He's not a good free throw shooter at all, but he does knock down that first free throw. He's got another one coming. Had to make sure I got the energy drink going tonight. Steven Adams goes 2 for 2 for the foul line. Look at Steven Adams go. DeAndre Hunter bringing it down. Gets it over to Allen, out to Mitchell. Mitchell up top, down low to Allen. Allen at the foul line, down low, throws up the floater, comes up short. Steven Adams coming in for the rebound. Now here comes Sengun bringing it down. No point guard, no problem. Sengun has it up top, driving to his left off a KD screen. DeAndre Hunter switched on to Sengun. He picks up his handle, kicks it out. Jabari Smith Jr., an open three, can knock those down, and there it is right there, the first three for the Houston Rockets, who are leading the league, or at least top 3 in the league, in three-point percentage. DeAndre Hunter has it up top, crossing over to his right, stops, pump fake, gets caught in the air, throws it to nobody. Thompson easily able to pick it off, and he's one-on-one against Donovan Mitchell, going to use his athleticism to blow by him, but can't get the layup to go as he smokes it. But Steven Adams there for the offensive rebound, already his second offensive rebound. Sengun has it up top, spinning to his right, coming off the Adams screen, down low, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. And Steven Adams with his third offensive rebound, but they're going to wave it off, and they say offensive basket in the fears for Steven Adams. He was there for the offensive putback, just touched it before it came fully off of the rim there. Oh, no, that's clean. That's clean for Steven Adams. They're going to wave it off. Are they going to challenge it? Ime Udoka said, no, not my boy Steven Adams. Give him that third offensive rebound already. If Cleveland is not able to solve this rebounding issue, I don't like their chances come playoff time. You have to go through the Knicks. You have to go through Detroit the way the season is lining up. Both of those teams have dominant interior presence. Both of those teams have a dominant interior presence. It's going to be tough for Cleveland to overcome that if they can't figure it out this season. Already Steven Adams with 3 offensive rebounds to start the game. You got Mobley starting. You got Allen starting. Rebounding should not be an issue for you, and yet it still remains an issue. This should be a pretty quick challenge here from Udoka and the officials reviewing it. On the replay, very much looked like it was very cleanly off of the rim. Didn't even particularly look close. So hopefully we're not sitting at the scores table reviewing it for forever. It's 5-0 to start, and when I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, when they overturn that call, that Steven Adams tip, it should be 7-0. So as a matter of fact, I'm so confident that they'll overturn it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up. Let's make sure we refresh so that our stream is up to date. Of course, it signed me into the wrong account, so now I have to sign back into the other account. Get back to the game. There we go. But it's a 7-0 start for the Houston Rockets. Is spelling trouble for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell yet to take a shot. Evan Mobley yet to take a shot. Either one of those guys yet to really touch the ball all that much. You got Naquan Tomlin with a 3. You got Jarrett Allen with a floater. And then you had DeAndre Hunter with a turnover. So 3 guys have had possessions with the ball in their hands that I probably wouldn't have opened the game with those 3 guys having the first 3 touches of the game. So coming out of this timeout, you're really going to want to see Donovan Mitchell or Evan Mobley, and probably both, take a step up and saying, all right, let's get this going. Jeff Brown said they start slow the last 2 games. Not a good sign, Jeff. Not a good sign, especially against this Houston Rockets team. If you get behind against them, it's going to be really tough to come back with how prolific they are at shooting the 3 ball so far this year. You don't want to get down by too much too early against this Rockets team. Comebacks are always viable. How do you not go to box out Steven Adams, Jarrett Allen? Come on, brother. So they count the bucket. Successful challenge. Tomlin bringing it down for the Cavs. Tomlin up top, coming to his right, gets it over to Allen. Allen hands it off to Mitchell. They show 2. Mitchell almost throws it away. Tomlin able to grab it, gets it over to Mobley, attacking to his left against Sengun. Take it out to Tomlin. He's going to pump fake, drive to his left, spins to his right, down the lane. Euro steps, throws it up off glass, can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul on Jabari Smith Jr. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Jeff Brown said, yeah, came back in won them, but Start slow is not ideal. Not against this Rockets team, I'll tell you that. Not against the Rockets. Tomlin at the foul line, missed the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Ayush, kind of pure. What's up, Ayush? Y'all not coming back against the Rockets? Probably not. Probably not. You don't want to go down by too much against the Rockets. It's now 7-1 as Tomlin did knock down the second free throw. Under 10 to go here. Thompson bringing it down. Gets it over to Adams. Down low pass to Sengun. Gets knocked away by Mobley. They kick it back out to Durant. Durant coming to his left. Mobley switched on to him. Durant's going to look to dance. Durant crosses over to his right in the middle of the lane. Pump fake over Mobley. Can't get it to go. Who comes flying in? Tomlin comes flying in to keep the rebound away from Adams. Jarrett Allen able to grab it. Here comes Mitchell. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his left. They show two. Pocket pass over to Allen. Kicks it out DeAndre Hunter. Right corner three. He's open. And he splashes it. And now the Cleveland Cavaliers are off and running. And it's 7-4. 9:30 to go here in the first. Thompson on the right wing. Coming to his right. Loses the handle. But knocked out of his hands by Jarrett Allen. It's going to remain with the Rockets. Thompson will inbound it. Thompson gets it into Adams. Hands it back off to Thompson. Being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. Putting his head down, attacking, going under the basket. Shovels it over to Jabari Smith Jr. Left corner three. Too strong, can't get it to go. Donovan Mitchell the rebound. And now the Cleveland Cavaliers bringing it down. Hunter has it up top. Stops and pops a straightaway three. High arcing three. Got it to go over the outstretched hand of Jabari Smith Jr. A little late to switch it. DeAndre Hunter taking full advantage of it. Ties it up at 7. There you go. Thompson has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. Gets it over to Durant. Durant dancing around the Sengun screen. Hunter guarding him. Now they get it to Sengun in the post, being guarded by Mobley. Sengun faces up. Now driving it down. Stops, turns, spins. Righty hook over Mobley. Got it to go. Sengun is so good in that mid-range game, especially out of the post there. Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. In and out dribble, coming to his right. They hedge out hard. Still has it up top. Thompson guarding him. They get it over to Hunter. Hunter up top being guarded by Durant. Coming to his left. Hesitates. Dancing with it. Driving to his right. Foul line pull-up jumper. DeAndre Hunter going on a little bit of a run by himself. 8 straight points for DeAndre Hunter. The only guy to score so far has been Tomlin at the foul line. Thompson on the right wing attacking. Stops, turns, spins. Puts up the little hook shot off glass. Little push shot off glass. Got it to go. Good defense initially, but was close enough to just rise up and shoot over Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell off the screen. Nice pass to Tomlin, who shuffles it inside to Allen, who can't get the layup to go, but he does knock his own missed shot out to DeAndre Hunter. They spring it over to Mitchell, can't get it to go. Durant with the rebound, and here come the Rockets quickly pushing it the other way. Kevin Durant streaking down right side of the court, hesitates, coming to his left now, middle of the lane, loses the handle. Allen picks it up, over to Mitchell. Pass fake, Euro steps, floater. Beautiful move from Donovan Mitchell. With the beautiful pass fake, Euro, floater over the shot contest. Got it to go. In transition there. Beautiful play. They get it to Sengun in the mid-post. High post. Left wing. Backing his way to the corner. Spins towards the baseline. Stops, turns. Tries to kick it out, but he steps out of bounds before he got caught in the air. Stepped out of bounds. Ball's going to go back to the Cavs. We're at 7:15 to go. So now the Cavs will bring it down the other way. Donovan Mitchell has it up top. DeAndre Hunter got him going. Now let's see if Mobley and Mitchell can keep him going. Donovan Mitchell navigating around the lane. Kevin Durant comes out, switches onto him to get it over to Mobley, being chased by Jabari Smith Jr. Stops, turns, spins in the paint, throws up the hook. Got it to go. And now the Cavs are off and running. They take their first lead of the game, 11-13 now, under 7 to go. Thompson has it up top, being guarded by Tomlin. Thompson dancing with it. Double behind the back, coming to his left. Allen forced to switch onto him, gets caught in the air and throws it away. Great defense and bad process there from Thompson. Mitchell will pull up three in transition. Too strong, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Thompson able to grab it, holding on to it. Now here comes Thompson bringing it down. Thompson pushing it, gets it over to Smith. Smith going along the baseline. Stops, pump fake, steps through, can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound, put back to go back up and in. Tied at 13 here. Halfway through this first quarter, both teams finding a rhythm now. Mobley putting his head down, attacking, stops, turns, fall away, over Smith Jr. Excellent defense, better offense, didn't matter. Jabari Smith Jr. hanging all over Evan Mobley on that turnaround fader did not matter. Now we're past the halfway point. Sengun has it up top. Hands it off to Durant. Durant stops and pops off the handoff. Can't get it to go, but is fouled by DeAndre Hunter. It's going to send Kevin Durant to the foul line for 3 free throws. I want to see the replay on that 3 if they're going to show it to us. Because I got to tell you, I'm not a fan of when the offensive player shoots a 3 and they do jump forward a little bit. What's going on? The officials are going to go review something. They're going to review if it's 3 free throws or 2, I think. I don't think the Cavs didn't issue a challenge there. I know Kenny Atkinson was talking to his assistant coaches there, trying to see. But I think the refs are just going to review real quick whether it's 2 or 3 free throws being rewarded to Kevin Durant. Should remain a foul on DeAndre Hunter. Ivy with the Bivy. Is this the Magic guy? Who's the Magic guy? Should be 3 free throws for Kevin Durant. Nah, that's a foul on DeAndre Hunter. He does jump into Kevin Durant's landing space. I said I wanted to see the replay on it. They obliged. That is a foul on DeAndre Hunter. He jumps forward on the shot contest, makes body contact with Kevin Durant. That's absolutely a foul on DeAndre Hunter. It sucks. It's difficult to contest without fouling, especially in a situation like that off a handoff from a screen. But can't be in the landing zone. Can't jump into the guy's landing zone. So it should be 3 free throws for Kevin Durant. This should be a very quick review for these officials. Let's get them back out there, refs. Come on. What are you still reviewing? Time? Should not be reviewing time. Reed Shepard looks like he's getting ready to check in. A lot of egalitarian scoring for the Houston Rockets. Everybody scored except for Kevin Durant, who should probably get up on the board here with 3 free throws. Similar for the Cavs, everybody has scored except for Jarrett Allen, who's had 2 open looks at the basket. He missed a floater and then he missed a finger roll. He just went to the basket a little more like a big man and stopped looking for these little push shots down low and just went up for a dunk. Went up strong towards the rim. Oh, they went to go see if it was a flagrant. And they do rule it a flagrant. Flagrant foul 1. Kevin Durant, 3 free throws, and the Rockets get possession back of the ball here. I don't know if this is a flagrant. I know it's just like reckless play, reckless closeout and whatnot. I don't know if we need to be calling those flagrants. Either way, Kevin Durant will be at the foul line for the 3 free throws here. Lonzo Ball is going to check in. Jarrett Allen is going to remain in. Craig Porter Jr. is going to sub in. So they're out there with Lonzo, Craig Porter Jr., Jarrett Allen, Tomlin, and DeAndre Hunter. The Rockets now have Capella in there along with Okogie, Shepard, Smith Jr., and Kevin Durant. Durant knocks down the first one. Durant knocks down the second one, ties it at 15, and you can give the Houston Rockets a lead here. 5:52 to go. Kevin Durant, to be expected, knocks down all 3 of his free throws. The Houston Rockets will get the ball back after that flagrant foul there. 16-15, past the halfway point here in the first quarter. Houston Rockets retaining possession after the flagrant. Dean Wade is also subbed into the game for the Cavs. Dean Wade will garner the Kevin Durant assignment. Craig Porter Jr. on Shepard, who has it up top. Coming to his left off the screen. Driving it down. Stops, turns, puts up the 3 over Dean Wade. Comes up short. Good box out and rebound from Jarrett Allen there. Here comes Lonzo Ball bringing it down. Okogie will pick him up. Lonzo dancing around the screen. Sets up for a 3. Comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Jabari Smith Jr. grabs it. He's going to bring it down now. I'm impressed with Tomlin's athleticism and length. He's hustling out there. They get it over to Durant. High post being guarded by Wade. Durant getting to the baseline. Little fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Capella with the offensive rebound and put back. Come on, Jarrett Allen. Come on, big dog. You gotta box out and drive him back, man. Craig Porter Jr. coming to his left off the screen. Driving it down. Stops. On one leg. Somehow finds a way to get it over to Dean Wade. Left corner 3. Can't get it to go. Capella skies for the rebound. Gets it out to Jabari Smith Jr. on the left wing. Attacking. Stops. Turns. Has it in the post now. Kicks out Durant. An open 3. Dean Wade can't get out to him fast enough. but Kevin Durant misses the three. Now here comes Craig Porter Jr. off the long rebound. 18-15. They get it over to Tomlin. Tomlin on the left wing, hands it off to Wade. Wade up top to Craig Porter Jr. Shepard jumped the passing lane. They get it back to Wade. An open three in the left wing. Can't get that one to go. Craig Porter Jr. battling for the rebound, but can't save it from going out of bounds. Ball going back to the Houston Rockets here. 4:40 to go here in the first. Cavs getting decent looks from three. Lonzo missed one. Dean Wade missed two. Ogie will bring it down. Shepard will bring it down off the Okogie pass. Shepard has it up top being guarded by Craig Porter. Coming to his right off the Capella screen. Stops, turns, kicks it out to Durant. Durant up top being guarded by Wade. I think Wade's a good, solid defender, but it is Kevin Durant. Doesn't matter who's defending him sometimes. To get it over to Capella, streaking down the middle of the lane. Smokes a layup. Just wide open, missed the finger roll layup. Tried to get too fancy with it. Craig Porter Jr. gets it over to Tomlin. Tomlin tried to hit the backdoor pass. Gets knocked away from Durant. The Cavs recover it. Tomlin gets the corner three. Can't get it to go down. And now Durant has it on the left wing. So multiple defenders. Cross-court pass to Okogie. Hands it off to Jabari Smith Jr. Being guarded by Dean Wade now. A one dribble pull-up three for Jabari Smith Jr. And he knocks it down. Jabari Smith Jr. lining up that three right between the eyes of Dean Wade there as Houston takes a 6-point lead now, 21-15, an 8-0 run for the Rockets. Craig Porter Jr. has it up top. He's dancing with it. Gets it over to Allen. Allen hands it back off to him. Driving it down. Bounce pass over to Jarrett Allen, who gets well contested by Clint Capella. You got to go up stronger than that, Jarrett Allen. Come on, big dog. Here comes Shepard down the lane. Throws up the floater off the crossover on Craig Porter Jr. Gets it to go down. A 10-0 run as the Houston Rockets now go up by 8, 23-15 with 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. And the Houston Rockets pulling away a little bit as they've gone to the bench. Jeff Brown said he is our energy guy. Tomlin? You talking about Tomlin? Because I feel like Tomlin's the guy playing with the most energy right now. Especially in this lineup. How do you feel about Jarrett Allen, Jeff Brown? I've always known what to expect with Jarrett Allen. Just watching this game here tonight, I know he can struggle with physical players and physical big men, especially good rebounders. But just watching him here tonight and dominate on the boards, even with the backup bigs of Clint Capella, I'm just disappointed in Jarrett Allen, and I'm not even a Cavs fan. I'm just watching him like, brother, it's been multiple years. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? It's been multiple years, Jarrett Allen. We've known what your weaknesses are. You got to work on that strength, especially that lower body strength. How you feeling about him, Jeff? How you feeling about Jarrett Allen so far this year? Kinahara said Jarrett Allen has been super disappointing over the past 2 years. Jarrett Allen's just good. He's a good big man. Right? He's not bad. He does his job. But when you play against teams like this, with good, strong rebounders, strong big men in the paint, you just never feel his presence. Jeff Brown said he's decent in some good moments. I don't want breakup land before he got to do better without Garland. Yeah. We talked about in the pregame how like the absence, nobody's been hurt more by the absence of Darius Garland than Jarrett Allen. But the absence of Darius Garland should not be affecting your rebounding, right? He's obviously extremely impactful as a roller, and not having your best playmaking guard in Darius Garland out there for pretty much the entirety of the season is going to hurt him. But man, dude, I just need you to box some of these guys out. I just need you to show me a really good box out, right? Whether you grab the rebound or not. Too many times I see him just kind of standing in the paint waiting for the rebound to fall to him. And it's like, no, man, you got 7-footers standing around you too. Basketball Jones, what's up, Basketball Jones? Didn't Allen make the All-Star game recently? I think it was either last year. I think it was last year. They were so good record-wise last year. I think he made it last year. Hart said, I think I made a mistake taking Towns and P.J. Washington, both double-double. Forgot Gafford and Lively, both back tonight. Cooper Flagg is questionable, I think, right? With an illness, last I saw. So, Towns, P.J. Washington might not get that double-double because of the rebounding of Gafford and Lively. True. With the P.J. Washington one. Towns is like a walking double-double, so I think you're good on that. The PJ Washington one, I see. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, that might be difficult. That might be a mistake. But we'll see how the game plays out. Here we go. We're back into it. Donovan Mitchell subbed back in to get it over to Mobley. Mobley back to Mitchell. Mitchell straightaway three. Has a decent look. Too strong, can't get it to go. Long rebound. Craig Porter Jr. chases it down. Up top to Donovan Mitchell. He's going to reset a little bit. One-on-one against Reed Shepard. Crosses over to his left. Gets caught in the air, but hits Dean Wade. Comes to the basket. Can't knock down the layup as it just bounces out halfway down on the layup attempt, and it rolls out. You rarely see those. Here comes Sengun bringing it down against Dean Wade, trying to recover. Sengun just walks him down to the front of the rim, spins on him, and knocks down an easy righty hook floater. And there's your first 10-point lead of the night. The Rockets are up 25-15. Dean Wade has it in the left corner, gets it over to Mobley. Mobley has it up top, hands it off to Lonzo Ball. Jab step coming to his right over to Mitchell. Mitchell down the lane, pump fakes, hits Dean Wade, cutting back door, reverse layup for him, can't get it to go, but he is fouled by Thompson, so he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Jeff Brown said he didn't make it last year, so it was 2 years ago. He did 2 years ago. 2 years ago, yes. Christopher Baskerville, what's up, Chris? How's it going on, brother? How's it going on? Dean Wade at the foul line for 2 free throws. You guys know how I feel about free throws. Knock down your free throws. Dean Wade misses the first free throw. Can't be missing free throws. Can't be down 10 points in the first quarter and be missing free throws. Dean Wade missed the first one, and he misses the second one. Come on, Dean Wade. You're missing threes, you're missing layups, now you're missing free throws. They need somebody to score Dean Wade. Thompson gets it over to Reed, back to Thompson. Coming to his right off the Capella screen. Thompson dancing with it. Quick crossover to his left. Blows by Mobley. Big two-handed hammer for Thompson as the Rockets are not slowing down, continuously building on the lead. 27-15 now. 12-point lead is opened up. Mobley down the middle of the lane. Euro steps down the lane. Gets blocked by Capella. But a foul. Going to send Mobley to the foul line for 2 free throws. Now you just need to knock down your free throws. Mobley at the foul line for 2. Coming off Dean Wade missing 2 in a row. And Mobley continues the trend. 3 straight missed free throws. Whoa, it might not be Cleveland's night. It might not be Cleveland's night. Mobley hit the back of the rim. It bounced up. He got the Halliburton bounce as it fell through the bottom of the rim on the way down. Lucky bounce for him. Almost 4 missed free throws there, but he does knock it down. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Reed Shepard has it up top, being guarded by Craig Porter. Shepard coming to his left. Pulls it back out. Up top. Coming to his left now off the Sengun screen. Pocket pass to Sengun. Has it out by the 3-point line. He's not going to take it because he got Craig Porter switched onto him. They bring a double team. Pass fake. Tried to get it out. Good hands for Mitchell. Mobley bounce pass to Craig Porter Jr. Gets it knocked out of his hands. He picks back up out to Wade. Wade back to Craig Porter Jr. Wide open right corner 3. And he knocks it down. Big time shot for Craig Porter Jr. They needed something to go down. Back to an 8-point game, 27-19. 1:30 to go, and Cleveland's only scored 19 points so far. Not like them. Not what they need here tonight. They get over to Sengun up top, being guarded by Wade. Stops, turns, spins to his right, has it up top, hands it off to Shepard. Shepard off the handoff, a deep straightaway 3, and he got it to go down. Anything you can do, I can do better offense. A 3 for a 3, an eye for an eye. 30-19 with over a minute to go. They get over the ball, over to Wade. Into Mobley. Hands it out to Ball. Ball coming to his left. Back out to Mobley. Mobley an open pick and pop 3. Too short, can't get it to go. Sengun with the rebound. Here comes Thompson. Thompson on the right wing, being picked up by Lonzo Ball. He blows by him, throws a wild lob pass to Capella, a loose ball. Okogie able to chase it down, has it in the paint, pulls it back out to Sengun, extra pass to Shepard, back to Okogie. Okogie stops, turns, spins, coming down the right wing, puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Mobley had it, but knocked out of bounds by Capella. It'll at least go back to the Cavs here. Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. You're going to let that ball roll down. Go ahead, touch that. Come on, big dog. We don't need to be walking the dog here this early in the game. Donovan Mitchell has it up top, trying to slow the pace of the game down. 30-19, an 11-point game. Mitchell, in and out dribble, coming to his right. Scoop layup with the right hand, blows the layup, can't get it to go. Good defense from the Rockets. Mitchell trying to force that a little bit. Now here come the Rockets bringing it down the other way. They get it over to Thompson. Thompson, got to get it past the half-court line. That should have been a backcourt violation, but it wasn't. They didn't call it. They get it over to Sengun. Sengun has it. Right wing, being guarded by Lonzo Ball. It's obviously a mismatch. Sengun's just going to walk him down to his spot. Kicks it out to Shepard. Quick catch and fire to the right wing. Oh, my goodness. Reed Shepard doesn't miss. We talked about him in the pregame. This man does not miss right now. 33-19. A 14-point lead for the Rockets. They try to swing it over to Dean Wade, but knocked out of bounds by Sengun. The Rockets have retreated back into a little bit of a zone here, throwing off the Cleveland Cavaliers, not knowing exactly how to attack it. Jabari Smith Jr. is going to sub in here. Shepard with 8 points off the bench already in this first quarter. Knocked down 2 deep ones. So the Cavs have 7.4 on their clock. Got enough time to at least get 20 points in this quarter. Come on, Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell gets it over to Mobley. Mobley dancing with it. Hands it off to Mitchell. Coming to his right. Loses the handle. Hit ahead to Okogie. Okogie can't get a shot off before the buzzer, and that will end our first quarter, 33-19. A not so good quarter for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, they got more than enough time to make a little bit of a spirited comeback here, but the way the Houston Rockets came out in that first quarter, they are ready to go. Here on the road, mind you. Keenar said, I was expecting much more development from Allen last year, and still this year he's underwhelming. As you said, didn't build enough strength and physical aggression for down low. You're 7 feet tall, you got a long wingspan, and your body looks exactly the same way it did 2 years ago when you got dominated down low by Mitchell Robinson. You know? Like it was it was a nationally covered game. It was the first round of the playoffs. So many people were picking the Cleveland Cavaliers to win that series. And you went out there and you got roasted by Mitchell Robinson, exposed by Mitchell Robinson. It was an embarrassing performance for the Bigs. Mobley had the excuse of a young, still learning big man, right? And he has gotten better, and he has filled out his body. He has gotten stronger and added some more weight and some more strength, and he is playing better and more physically down low. Jarrett Allen was supposed to be the veteran big man. He had made an all-star team to that point with the Brooklyn Nets. And now you look exactly the same. As a matter of fact, you looked a little softer in the paint. The lights still seem a little too bright. Come on. Ivy, what's up, Ivy? Let's go Rockets. I mean, it looks like the Rockets are going to pummel the Cavs. The way that first quarter went, obviously still a lot of time left, but we'll see. Keenan Hart said Mobley also seems to be regressing from his leap last year. I mean, he looks the same last year. I think some of it is Darius Garland being out. You don't have that point guard to get you the ball in spots that he had last year, and so a lot more is on his shoulders this year as a creator, which is why some of the percentages are down, particularly the three-point shooting percentage, but he is more confident shooting threes. But yeah, you want to see continuous growth, even if it's a little bit, and Mobley seems a little stagnant in comparison to where he was last year. Just a little bit. And, his playmaking has taken a leap, a slight leap. The defense is always going to be there for Mobley, reigning defensive player of the year. But Rockabye, baby. What's up, Rockabye? Don't sleep on the Rockets. They're a good team. I think they're contenders in the West for sure. I mean, they're the third seed in the West? So if anybody's sleeping on them, they have not been keeping up with their league. Reed Shepard taking a leap and being a legitimate good guard off the bench for them. Sengun taking a leap, adding Kevin Durant. Everything's worked out exactly the way that Houston was hoping it was going to work out. Obviously, sub the Van Vliet injury, but everything's working out outside of that the way they wanted it to work out. Kay Hazy said, yikes, Cleveland needs to pick it up. They do. They're capable of picking it up. But not a good start to the game so far. Down 14 in the first quarter. Only scored 19 points in that first quarter. Keenar said nobody's sleeping, but I did pick them under because of the Van Vliet injury. Yeah, you would have thought the Van Vliet injury would have been more disastrous for them because the only other point guard they have on the roster is Shepard, and he did not get a ton of time last year. But they found ways around it. Sengun's taking the leap as a playmaker. You know, KD can be a bit of a playmaker. And Shepard has stepped up off the bench. So they've had more than enough. Mode 510, what's up, Mode? Sengun took Turkey to the finals. Kevin Durant is, in my opinion, the most exciting and action-packed team in the NBA. And their last game was excellent. Houston is very dangerous, very dangerous, very dangerous. If anybody is not taking Houston seriously as a dangerous team, has not been watching the NBA. Sengun down low just misses the floater as it bounces off the side of the rim. Now here come the Cavs pushing it the other way. Craig Porter Jr. gets it over to, who is this? Thomas Bryant? Thomas Bryant gets it knocked out of his hands. Cavs relying on Thomas Bryant now off the bench. Thompson putting his head down, attacking, under the basket, kicks it out. Shepard off movement, left wing three, well short. Craig Porter Jr. with the shallow rebound. He'll bring it down now. They get it over to Mitchell, coming to his right. They show two defenders. Stops, turns, spins, kicks it out to Craig Porter Jr. up top. And guarded by Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday's in the game. I told you guys, maybe we might see Aaron Holiday. He's in. Porter Jr. down low. Leaves it off for Mobley. Mobley with the big two-handed slam, cutting down along the baseline. Who was that with the pass? Tyrese Proctor is in the game. 33-21. It's only a 12-point game. It's not insurmountable, obviously, but Houston with all of the momentum right now. They're going to need to get some stops. One-legged fall-away jumper for Sengun. Chucked it up there. He's looking for a foul call. He's not going to get it. Good defense from Mobley. Sengun settling for that shot there. Craig Porter Jr. has it on the left wing up top to Mobley. Mobley dancing around the screen. Coming to his left. Leans in. Gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Evan Mobley putting his head down, attacking. Cut it to 10. Good start to the second quarter for the Cleveland Cavaliers here. Keenan Hart said Aaron Holiday is healthy. Drew is not. Drew is older. Drew is much older. A couple of years older. And has far more mileage on him throughout his career. The Cavs continue to miss free throws. This is another huge impact on this game. Dean Wade has missed 2 free throws. Mobley has now missed 2 free throws. Got one more coming here. 33-21. Mobley does at least knock down the second one, cutting it to an 11-point game. 10:30 to go here in the second quarter. Amon Thompson bringing it down. Has it up top to get it over to Holiday. Back to Thompson. Coming to his left off the Capella screen. Pulls it back out. Good defense from the Cavs. Thompson calling for a rescreen. Dancing with it. Good defense from Craig Porter Jr. Not allowing him to get to his spot. Drives it down to his right. Kicks it out. Aaron Holiday, a right wing 3. Too strong. Can't get it to go. Proctor with the rebound. He's going to bring it down the other way. Proctor over to Mobley. Crosses over to his right. Putting his head down. Bully balling his way to the basket. Knocks down the righty layup. Good move from Evan Mobley. Way to be aggressive. Cutting it to a single-digit game. 33-24. Under 10 to go. Thompson crossing over to his left. Hands it off to Holiday. Holiday coming to his left. Calling for the ball. Gets it against Mobley. Mobley obviously an excellent defender. Sengun spins towards the baseline. Puts it above glass. Can't get it to go, but he does draw the foul. Getting himself to the foul line for 2 free throws. The foul is on Thomas Bryant. Trying to come over on the help side. So Sengun's at the foul line for 2 free throws. His first free throws of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Sengun knocks down the first one. Back up to double digits here. 34-24. Nice aggressive start to the second quarter for Evan Mobley. Lionel Monas, what's up, Lionel? Haiti qualified for the World Cup after 51 years. Yeah, I saw that. Shout out to Haiti. Sengun knocks down the second free throw. 2 for 2 from the foul line. Proctor will bring it down. Has it up top. Being guarded by Shepard. Coming to his right after Mobley screen. Takes it over to Mobley. Mobley settles for the straightaway 3. Too strong, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Thompson comes flying in to snag it. Here come the Rockets bringing it down. Thompson has it up top. They get it over to Sengun. Sengun has it at mid-post. Left wing, one-on-one. Got all the space on that side. Backing down Mobley. In the lane. Throws up the righty hook shot over Mobley. Got it to go. That's just damn near impossible to guard. Proctor crossing over to his left, driving it down, draws the foul on Shepard. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Good aggressive drive. So now, Proctor will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Got to knock down your free throws if you want to stay in this game. The 13-point lead for the Rockets. Proctor knocks down the first. What a perfect free throw. Got another one coming. Donovan Mitchell is still in the game. And I have not noticed him to start the second quarter. As the stars, you still need to be involved, even if you're not necessarily shooting it. And that's kind of been my issue with Donovan Mitchell throughout his career. Just struggling to find ways to be involved and be impactful without having the ball in his hands at all times and scoring it, right? Still got to find ways to be impactful, Donovan Mitchell. Thompson has it up top. Coming to his right up the Steven Adams screen. Euro steps down the lane, misses the floater. Mobley rips away a rebound, and he's shot out of a cannon, pushing the pace. Has it on the right wing, spins off of Shepard, leaves it off for Mitchell, goes up, gets caught in the air, and gets fouled by Adams. Will send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Proctor did knock down both free throws, by the way, so it's 37-26. Evan Mobley spinning off of Reed Shepard. And the guy who's leading the way right now for the Cavs has been Evan Mobley. I love the way. No free throws. Proctor along the baseline gets blocked from behind by Shepard. Quick outlet to Durant, who subbed back in for Sengun. Sengun to the bench. Durant has it up top, over to Adams. Adams in the high post, leaves it off for Shepard. Coming to his left, snaking it to his right, throws up the floater. Got it to go. Reed Shepard. Been fantastic so far tonight. We highlighted him in the pregame. Up to 10 points already, 4 for 6 from the field. Mobley up top, coming to his right. Thompson switches onto him. Thompson picks his pocket. Thompson out and running one-on-one against Donovan Mitchell. Slows it down. The Cavs do a decent job of getting back on defense. They swing it over to Durant. He's going to pump fake, drive towards the baseline, stops in the paint, pump fakes, kicks it out. Holiday attacking to his left against Porter. Leans in, throws up a floater. Can't get it to go, but that's because he is fouled by Craig Porter Jr. and getting his hands caught in the cookie jar, and it's going to send him to the foul line for 2 more free throws. Rockets now finding their way to the foul line consistently. So 2 free throws for Aaron Holiday. The Rockets have done a good job of knocking down the free throws. Cavs, not so much. 39-26. Holiday knocks down the first one, knocking it back up to a 14-point lead. He knocks this one down. It'll be the largest lead of the game at 15. Aaron Holiday made the first one, makes the second one. A 15-point lead has opened up for the Houston Rockets. 41-26, 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. I like the way Cleveland started the second quarter there, but they are losing momentum quickly here. Tomlin has subbed in for Mitchell. Allen has subbed in for Mobley. Tomlin, good spin off of Aaron Holiday, knocks down the righty floater in the paint. Here comes Aaron Holiday bringing it down. Holiday has it up top, being guarded by Lonzo Ball. Directing some traffic, coming to his left off the Adams screen. Driving it down. Lefty layup over Allen. Got it to go. Great move from Aaron Holiday to lean into the rim protector, create the space, and knocks down the lefty layup. DeAndre Hunter back in the game. They swing it around. Open 3. Tomlin, a left corner 3. The side of the backboard picks up his own offensive rebound as it bounced right back to him. And he gets a one-handed hammer down low. And nobody understood the flight of that ball except for Tomlin, who was the one guy who shot it up there, and he's upset with himself. Holiday has it up top. At least you cleaned up your mistake, man. Holiday gets it over to Durant. Durant up top being guarded by Hunter. Durant coming to his left, driving it down in the paint. Stop, step back, baseline. Ball away along that baseline. Got it to go. His go-to shot about 10 feet away. Over Allen, over Hunter. Didn't matter. He knocked it down. Still 15-point lead for Houston. Hunter has it on the right wing, being guarded by Shepard. They show a double team. They kick it out to Proctor. Proctor, pass fake inside the Allen. Allen in the paint, steps through, gets the easy layup to go. Wish that was a dunk for Jarrett Allen, just to get some energy for your team. Not everything has to be an easy layup. Go up, get some energy with your team with a big frustration, get your frustrations out type dunk. You get it over to Durant, coming to his left, driving along the baseline, picks up his handle, he's got nowhere to go, saves it out to Adams. Adams hands it off to Shepard, coming to his left. He picks up his handle, gets it back down low to Durant. He's got mid-post positioning, faces up, fall away, can't get it to go. Good weak side rebound from Lonzo Ball. They get it over to Proctor. Proctor back to Lonzo. Lonzo back to Proctor. Coming to his right off the handoff. Shovels it over to Hunter. Hunter spots up for a three over Durant. Can't get it to go. Tomlin with the offensive rebound. There you go, Tomlin. Tomlin making an impact. I like it. I've liked what I've seen from Naquan Tomlin so far tonight. Holiday has it up top, driving to his right to kick it out. Jabari Smith Jr. trying to answer with the three. Too strong, can't get it to go. Long rebound. Adams able to knock it out to Durant. Durant puts up the three, and he splashes it nothing but net. And Tomlin and Jabari Smith Jr. getting at it. Tomlin, after picking up the offensive rebound before, went up and got that two-handed putback slam. Let it be known that he had a big two-handed putback slam, screaming out to the crowd. Sure, that irked Jabari Smith Jr. a bit. I'm sure they'll show the replay now as well, so we can see what transpired with the fracas. Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? Triple overtime tonight with the Knicks game. Oh, come on, dog. Not on the late ones. They're going to show it here. They got it to go. And then Jabari Smith Jr. upset with Naquan Tomlin. I didn't see what happened before that. Jabari Smith Jr. seems to be the guy instigating it. Was already upset. Tomlin not backing down at all, so Jabari Smith Jr. pushes him. Yeah, Jabari Smith Jr. with the initial shove. And Tomlin had something to say about it. Then Jabari Smith Jr. with yet another shove. Should just be a technical on Jabari Smith Jr. And then we could keep it moving. Should just be a technical. Ivy said, refresh ESPN. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Rud said, at least I got you winning. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I don't want triple overtime against a bad Dallas Mavericks team, though. We're going to hit the refresh button. Make sure we're as caught up as we can be. But we are past the halfway point here in the second quarter. 34-48. This is, I believe, the first game of the night. Like, no other game is already tipped off. Well, it is, what, almost 8 o'clock now. So, maybe a couple of games have already tipped off. But we can pull it up. We'll go around at halftime. A couple of games have already tipped off. 3 other ones. We got Hornets Pacers going on. Battle of the bottom over there. You got Raptors 76ers. The Raptors have been hooping as of late. Raptors are 9-5. 76ers are 8-5. That is a big game for both of these teams that want to start separating themselves and making a run for an actual playoff spot, not just being left to mitigate in the play-in. You got Warriors Heat going on. The Warriors are sitting a bunch of their dudes. No Steph Curry, no Jimmy Butler, no Draymond Green. So the Miami Heat should be able to pick up an easy victory tonight. Should. Later tonight, you got Wizards Timberwolves. Not a good game. Got Nuggets Pelicans. Not a good game. You got Kings Thunder. Shouldn't be a good game at all. And then you got Knicks Mavs. Shouldn't be a good game, but obviously we're going to cover the Knicks game. Of course, we always do. Then we got Bulls Blazers. Ivy with the $5 super chat. Oh my goodness, he said, appreciate you. No, Ivy, I appreciate you and your generosity, man. You don't got to do all of that. Thank you very much. Look at you. Appreciate you, Ivy. Very, very much so. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. Bulls Trailblazers to end the night. Should be a pretty solid game. Should be a pretty solid game there, right? They're the late game tonight, starting at 10 p.m. Big Red said Orlando handled the Warriors last night. They did. Pretty bad loss for the Warriors. I mean, not a bad loss. The Magic are a good team, obviously, but the Warriors are in the West. Can't be losing games like that. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard Johnson? How you doing? I'm doing great at work. Nice. I'm doing pretty solid. We talked the other night. I said we might do the early game leading into the Knicks game. Should I have the energy? And I had the energy when I got home. And I said, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's go live for 5-6 hours. Watch some basketball all night long. And let's get it going. They're just pushing and shoving. And it really looked like Jabari Smith Jr. was just annoyed with Tomlin. I didn't think Tomlin did anything. I don't like I think that's a coward's way out to call the double tech. I think that's a tech on Jabari Smith Jr. I think Jabari Smith Jr. was the instigator. Started it. What is Tomlin supposed to do? Just back away? No. You instigated it. You started it. Tomlin didn't push back. He didn't put his hands on Jabari Smith Jr. at all. He just stood his ground. He stood 10 toes down. I got a lot of respect for Tomlin tonight. I've grown a ton of respect for Naquan Tomlin tonight. Although Tomlin will get a free throw here. What is the call? It was a double technical. Tomlin misses a free throw. These missed free throws, though, from the Cavs. Double tech. But was there like just a foul? Was there just a foul or something? Why does Tomlin get 2 free throws? Explain that to me, ESPN. Why does Tomlin get 2 free throws? If it was a double tech, I don't know. Anyway, Tomlin split the free throws. Hunter down low to Allen, kicks it out Dean Wade. Dean Wade a 3. Off the back rim, can't get it to go as he continues to misfire. DeAndre Hunter with the offensive rebound, though, down the lane, gets blocked by Steven Adams at the rim, and now here come the Rockets quickly pushing it the other way. Thompson, Euro steps, down the lane, leans in, layup off glass, got it to go. 50-35 now. Past the halfway point, a little over 5 minutes to go. Ball has it up top, being guarded by Thompson. Coming to his left, pocket pass to Tomlin. Tomlin down low, pulls it back out, steps out to the three-point line. No hesitation from 3. Well short, can't get it to go. Durant with the weak side rebound. Now here comes Thompson bringing it down left side of the court. Gets it down low to Sengun, who's subbed back in. Hits Adams cutting along the other side. Adams doesn't have a lane in the basket, so he pulls it back out, but picks up his handle. He's got nowhere to go and no live dribble, and he throws it away right to Lonzo Ball, and Ball will bring it down. Ball on the left wing, waiting for his teammates. Hit Allen coming down the lane. Stops, pump fakes, pivots, spins. Righty hook shot, got it to go. Okay. Still down by 13, but building a little bit of momentum now. Sengun up top. Sengun on the left wing, being guarded by Lonzo Ball. It's obviously a size and strength mismatch. Sengun spins off of him, has it along the left baseline. They show 2 defenders, takes it out to Allen, and Sengun on the pass tried to hit the pass along the baseline to Thompson, but the ball hit the out of bounds line, so ball will go back to Cleveland here. 4:20 to go. With Cleveland bringing the ball down, Mobley subs in for Tomlin. Ball has it up top. It's a 13-point game, but the way that Houston has played, done a great job of keeping the Cavs discombobulated here. Dean Wade kicks it over to Allen. Allen gets it back up top the ball. Ball fires a deep 35-footer. Can't get it to go. That's just a sign of a team that is not confident in their offense right now, just settling for deep pull-up threes. Jabari Smith Jr. step back left baseline 3. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Wade. Jabari Smith Jr. settling for that shot right there. Lonzo Ball bringing it down the other way. Stops, hesitates, down low, over to Wade. Wade kicks over to Mobley, right corner 3. Pump fakes, good defense from Adams to get out there. They get it over to Ball, coming to his right, steps behind the three-point line. They get it down low to Allen, who gets fouled by Thompson. There you go, Jarrett Allen. Way to get big down low. I've been very critical of Jarrett Allen all night long, but that's a good big man play right there. He had Amon Thompson switched onto him. He got down low, sealed him off, got positioning. Thompson had no choice but to foul him. Let me blow my nose real quick. Oof, these allergies are killing me as the weather's getting colder. Mitchell is back in. They get it over to Hunter. Hunter driving to his right on Durant. Stops, turns, spins. Got nowhere to go. Gets it out to Mobley. Mobley dancing with it. Hesitates. Kicks it over to Lonzo. Lonzo left corner 3. Too strong. Can't get it to go. Allen with the rebound. Here comes Sengun. Sengun gets it over to Durant. Durant will bring it down. A little over 3 minutes to go. Not much of a dent into this lead has been made by the Cavs. Still 13 here. 50-37. And an offensive foul, Steven Adams just running behind DeAndre Hunter making contact. T-Wizzy, what's up, T-Wizzy? Need Mitchell to get going? Yeah, you need somebody to get going. I really like the aggressiveness and the way Evan Mobley started the quarter, but nobody has picked it up since then. just led to the double-figure deficit the entirety of this quarter, it feels like. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Jabari Smith Jr., crosses over to his left, putting his head down, attacking. Gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Lonzo Ball. He's open up top, but he doesn't take the three. Shovels it down low to Mobley. Mobley settles for the fall away. Mid-range jumper over Sengun, and he can't get it to go. You got to take that three if you're Lonzo Ball. Got to take that three, or else you try to continue to run the offense, and then Mobley has to settle with a fall away mid-range shot over Sengun. Not a good look. We're going to get a Rockets full timeout here. Eight for Durant, 8 for Jabari Smith Jr., 8 for Sengun, 6 for Thompson. Just very equal scoring all around for the Houston Rockets. As for the Cavs, 10 for Mobley, only 2 for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, where are you, Donovan Mitchell? 2 points? 2 points, 1 rebound, no assists? So not only are you not scoring, you're just not facilitating at all. And I told you guys earlier, it was weird how I didn't realize Donovan Mitchell was on the court. Just was not touching the ball. Brother, they need you. If they want any chance of winning tonight, you need to play like a star. Donovan Mitchell not showing up tonight. Is there an injury I don't know about? Is there something going on I don't know about? Very weird, very strange. Very strange game for Donovan Mitchell. Obviously, the Rockets are a good defensive team. They got great long defensive players out there. You got Thompson out there. You got Durant out there. No Tari Eason tonight, by the way, for the Houston Rockets. So that should be a plus for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but still struggling. Still struggling to get downhill. Hey, Hazy said Donovan Mitchell got to get going through something. They got to get something from him. Only 2 points so far. Javon Golden, what's up, Javon? Donovan Mitchell sold the game, especially for the parlays. He needed to just speak like he's injured. He's 1 for 5 tonight, 0 for 3 from three-point range. There's got to be something, an underlying issue with him, right? I mean, I've seen him have passive first halves, trying to make sure everybody else gets going. But, brother, they need you. You have 37 points in this first half with 2.5 to go here in the second. They need you. You know, I said, Spider like 4 legs, 2 web shot tonight. Okay, Hayes said D-Mitch can't hit threes and he can't get inside. Not helping at all. I mean, he's got a pretty good mid-range game. I understand that the Houston Rockets have really good defenders and they're defending him well tonight, but you've got to be a star. You got to be. Way too many people talk about Donovan Mitchell being better for Jalen Brunson, only for Donovan Mitchell to show up like this tonight. I'll tell you what, Jalen Brunson not ending no first half with 5 shot attempts and 2 points. Not doing that, I'll tell you that. Jalen Brunson not doing that. American Citizen, what's up, American Citizen? What's going on with Donovan Mitchell? Is too many props on him with Garland out. Easy fade on Rigged NBA. Got to be some sort of injury or some sort of game plan he's trying to adhere to, where they're playing more through Mobley or whatever, but he's way too passive tonight. Mobley has stepped up more than anybody else for the Cavs. Mobley and Tomlin are the 2 guys I'm most impressed with. Everyone else, I'm just like, come on. Steven Adams wins the tip off of the wedgie. The Mobley shot got stuck between the backboard and the rim, and so it was a jump ball. The Rockets win it. Durant has it up top, and guarded by Hunter. Coming to his left. In the air, over to Sengun. Hit Thompson cutting back door. Inside to Adams. Hook shot. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Mobley. Hit ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell driving it down. Leans in. Scoop layup. Smokes the layup. Now here comes Durant. Durant right side of the court. Coming to his left off the Adams screen. Creates some space in the mid-range. Gets blocked from behind. Thompson picks it up, though. They swing it back to Durant. Durant puts it up over Mobley. Comes up short. DeAndre Hunter with the long rebound. Shoves it over to Ball. Ball will bring it down. Get over to Hunter. Hunter swings through to his left, going along the baseline. Shoves it into Allen. Allen in the post against Sengun. Spins. Lefty hook. Can't get it to go. Just leaving everything short, these Cavs are. Here comes Thompson. Thompson on the right wing. In and out dribble, coming to his left, putting his head down, attacking in the paint, hangs in the air, can't get the layup to go, fight for the rebound. Still loose, out of bounds. Going to stay with the Rockets. 1:43 to go. T-Wizzy said Mitchell needs to facilitate more. He's rattled by the double. Yeah, I mean, you would think he would be facilitating more with 2 points, only 6 shots. Has no assist tonight. I know the Cavs aren't shooting it well from the perimeter, but Sengun drop step down low, throws up the hook shot, can't get it to go, but that's because he's fouled by Jarrett Allen. He's going to find himself at the foul line for 2 free throws. You know, you got to impact the game in some way outside of just scoring, right? Donovan Mitchell really struggling to find any semblance of impact here tonight. Sengun's at the foul line for 2 free throws tonight. Rockets have been knocking down the free throws all night long, and just as I say that, Sengun misses his first one. He's got another one coming. Oh. Kinar said, this team didn't play great without Garland last year, too, or when he played bad. I guess he's very important for them. He is. Sengun misses 2. Cavs catch a little bit of a break there. Here comes Donovan Mitchell. He's telling everybody else, calm down. Like, no, brother, we need you to calm up. We need you to rage up. Mitchell driving it down, stops, settles for the mid-range, fall-away jumper, comes up short over Thompson. Good defense from Thompson. Durant with the rebound. He'll bring it down against Hunter. Durant has it up top. Coming to his right. Block and foul DeAndre Hunter. And a technical foul DeAndre Hunter, who's very dismissive of the official, waving off and walking away and angry. Obviously, the Cavs are frustrated, but, like, come on, man. Technical foul DeAndre Hunter. So Kevin Durant will take the technical free throw. Darius Garland is very important to what they do. Back to Keenan Harder's point. As Durant knocks down the free throw. He's just, another ball handler and all of that, but he takes the pressure off of Mitchell being a playmaker. He takes the pressure off of Mobley because he gets him easy looks. He takes the pressure off of Jarrett Allen because he gets him very easy looks. A downhill driver. A great shooter. Durant's also now going to be at the foul line for 2 free throws because they're in bonus. So 3 free throws here for Kevin Durant. He knocked down the first one and he knocks down the second one. A 15-point lead. They could get it to 16 here. Would be their largest lead of the game with a minute to go here in the second quarter. Said, and LaMelo is back tonight and the Hornets are getting crushed. We will go around the league here in about a minute. Here at halftime, we'll go around the league. I do got to take a bathroom break, though. Almost never take bathroom breaks, but I got to take a bathroom break. Durant knocks down all 3 of his free throws. Here comes Lonzo Ball. 16-point deficit for the Cavs, and the crowd is silent right now. Lonzo gets it over to Jarrett Allen. He rises up and throws down a big dunk over Jarrett Allen, and they wave it off, and they say offensive foul, Jarrett Allen. I've been asking for Jarrett Allen to stop going with these soft finger roll layups that he's been going to all night long. He finally goes in strong, and they get him for the offensive foul. Let me see the offhand. Yeah, he slapped Sengun in the face. Posterized him, though. Finally got the Jarrett Allen poster that I've been calling for all night long, but they wave it off. In those situations, I think you should count the 2 points, but also give Jarrett Allen the foul. How do you wave off the poster, man? Count the 2 points, but give Jarrett Allen the offensive foul. If you posterize somebody, but you use the off arm to get there, I get the offensive foul call. But let me keep my poster. Let me keep my 2 points. It is a thrunk. He didn't get his hands on the rim. He did throw it down through the basket. I don't know what the officials are reviewing here. Maybe a possible flagrant. The officials have gone to the monitors a little too often tonight. I guess they went to go review if it's a flagrant. It is very clearly not a flagrant. Incidental contact to the face, doesn't follow through or anything. So it's just a foul on Jarrett Allen. It's going to be a turnover. No 2 points for the Cavs, who are only sitting with 37 points here in the first half. Rough against any level of competition, but especially against the cream of the crop in the West and the Rockets. Rough outing here. Thompson bringing it down, under a minute to go. Thompson has it on the left wing. Gets it over to Durant in the post, being guarded by Hunter. Backing him down. All the way baseline jumper, his go-to shot, and he got it to go. He just knew that was going in. He got to his spot and he knocked it down. Lonzo Ball is at the top. Why are we having Lonzo Ball doing so much of the ball handling here? They get it over to Mobley, cutting down low. Scoop with the right hand, smokes it. Good defense from Jabari Smith Jr. to contest without fouling. And Mobley just smoked the layup. Shepard over to Jabari Smith Jr. Inside pass to Sengun. Reverse layup, got it to go. Beautiful passing from the Rockets. Great finish from Sengun. And they've opened up a 20-point lead. Approaching the end of the half here. Likely Cleveland's last offensive possession. They get it up top to Lonzo Ball. Swing through to his right, down the lane, Euro steps, kicks it out. Hunter, a left wing three, he's open. He gets it to go down. 57-40. 12 seconds to go. Thompson has it up top. Time winding down. He's going to put his head down, attack, loses the handle, picks it back up, spins. He's got nowhere to go. Notice for the all-the-way mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Hunter has it, and that will be the end of the first half, 57-40. Is Cleveland entirely out of it? No, it's only a 17-point lead. But the way this game has gone, Houston has dominated almost every aspect of it, whether it's mid-range scoring, interior scoring, three-point scoring, defensive, winning the possession battle, winning the rebounding game, winning the turnover game. Almost every facet Houston has dominated so far tonight. 19 first quarter points for the Cavs, 21 second quarter points. Just not going to get it done offensively. That's not going to get it done. I mean, to their credit, Houston only scored 24 second quarter points, but still. We're going to look and go around the league a little bit before we go through box scores, but real quick, I got to go to the bathroom. So I'll be right back. Enjoy the box scores. And we are back. Back just like we never left. Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. Happy to see you. Let's go around the league real quick, and then we'll go over the Rockets, Cavs, box scores. Nothing's really going on that we haven't already talked about. Donovan Mitchell really struggling is really the story of the game. DeAndre Hunter can be your leading scorer. I mean, it's nice It's nice that DeAndre Hunter's playing well because you're going to need him. But you need Donovan Mitchell, you need Evan Mobley to show up, and neither one of those guys is. I mean, Mobley's been doing his thing. But you're not gonna win anything if Donovan Mitchell is gonna have 2 points at halftime. Not gonna win anything. The Hornets Pacers are at halftime. It looks like the Pacers are gonna pick up a victory. I mean, they're up 16, not insurmountable for the Hornets, but Con Knippel has been going off for the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo is back. We didn't inform that. He's 2 for 14, 1 for 6 at halftime. See, this is what I'd rather see from Donovan Mitchell. I'd rather see, let's zoom in a little bit. I'd rather see Donovan Mitchell, zoom in one more time. Get these ads off the screen. There we go. I'd rather see Donovan Mitchell go out like a dude who's trying to win the basketball game. I'd rather see Donovan Mitchell be 2 for 14 and not be whatever he is tonight, 1 for 6 or something. 1 for 6, 1 for 7, whatever. But I'd rather see that. I'd rather see that. I'd rather see a game like this where a guy is like, I'm going to try and will my team to the victory. Right? He's not playing well. It is what it is. Sometimes you have bad shooting nights. LaMelo Ball is known to be taken to have bad shot selections and whatnot. But like, I'd rather see you go out shooting than be a dude who's 1 for 6 from the field who's supposed to be the star of the team. Right? Con Knippel with 12 points, though. Con Knippel seems like he's the real deal, man. The real deal. This draft was just so sick. Just a sick draft, man. The Pacers, who's playing well. Benedict Mathurin is back. Nembhard with 10, Mathurin with 16, Siakam with 11. I mean, the team shouldn't be terrible. This team should not be terrible the way that they have been extremely terrible. I get that they have suffered a ton of injuries, and even still off the bench, relying a lot on Jarace Walker, T.J. McConnell's back. So they should start stringing together some victories here, man. They should not be the worst team in the league. I do not want to see the Indiana Pacers with a top 5 draft pick in this year's draft. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. They're going to end up with a high draft pick either way, because starting off 1 for 13 is a good head start in the tanking wars. But this team is going to be right back to contention next year when Halliburton comes back. So we got Hornets, Pacers going on. We got Raptors, 76ers, who've already started the second half. Check out their box scores here. 57-56. Started the third there. Both of these teams sitting with similar records, 9-5, 8-5, battling to try and get a leg up over the other to keep a playoff spot. Obviously, early in the year, don't want to worry too much about that, but Brandon Ingram has been so good for the Toronto Raptors so far this year. I thought it was a very awkward fit, and it wasn't going to work out in the long run. It is working out in the long run so far here for the Raptors, or maybe in the short run. We'll see if it works out in the long run as the season continues to go on. 13 points, 5 for 7 from the field, knocked down to 3. 3 assists, 3 turnovers, though. Don't want to see that. RJ with 9 points, he's 2 for 7, 0 for 2 from 3, not great, but he's getting to the foul line, 5 for 5. What I'm doing what RJ does. Playmaking, does have 4 assists, no turnovers. That's what I like to see from my guy RJ. Only 1 rebound, though. Scotty Barnes with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. All-around game from Scotty Barnes. Always reliable. Pirtle, 12 points. All right, I thought Pirtle was washed, but he's starting to come around. 4 points for Quickly, 2 for 8, 0 for 3 from three-point range, 3 boards, 3 assists. Quickly playing well as the lead guard there, really starting to figure some things out. Really starting to figure out the chemistry he needs to build with the other guys. It's a weird core 4 there that they have going on, but they're figuring it out. Off the bench, Jacoby Walter, 5 points. Mamakhalashvili, 3 points. My guy, Sandro Mamakhalashvili, always liked him. Always liked him. Grady Dick with 2 points in 6 minutes. Jacoby Walter getting 10 minutes off the bench. Leading minutes getter off the bench, Jacoby Walter. Not too surprising with that one. And then Warriors Heat. The Heat should be able to run away with this one with no Steph, no Butler, no Draymond Green. Is Kuminga back? No Kuminga either. They're starting Trace Jackson Davis, Guy Santos, Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, and Will Richard. No S. Will Richard. The only guys in the starting lineup who scored, Moody and Podziemski. The only guys a part of the natural rotation. Off the bench is where they're getting most of their production so far tonight. Had Spencer with 2, Payton with 5, Hield with 5, Quinn Post with 4, but still not a ton of scoring going on here for the Warriors. As for the Miami Heat, probably got to be with Bam Adebayo back, by the way. Bam Adebayo back in the lineup. Welcome back, Bam. Got to be disappointing they're only holding on to an 11-point lead here. Although everybody is knocked down to 3. How do you only have 41 then? How do you only have 41 points? They're 7 for 16 from three-point range halfway through the second quarter. You only have 41 points? Are you only jacking up threes? I mean, they 16, 36, taking 22s. What's going on? I mean, Jaime Hawkins is 1 for 6. That'll probably do it off the bench. He's one of your leading scorers, one of your go-to guys. Norman Powell with only 3 points as well. Who's taking the majority of the shots? Andrew Wiggins? So, probably not the game plan Miami wants to come in with, but I mean, 11-point lead. I'm acting like they're losing here, but all those guys out for the Warriors. Got to start building a bigger lead than that. Sure, it will happen as the game goes on. Wizards Timberwolves is tipped off. It's 21-20 halfway through the first quarter there. See how that game continues to play out. We're going to be here all night long as we will be covering the late game, which is the Knicks versus the Mavs. Of course, we cover every single Knicks game. Never miss them. Never miss one. You got Pelicans Nuggets 23-15. Pelicans with a lead, interestingly enough. Is Zion back? Jokic is playing. Murray is playing. No Aaron Gordon, who I think has elevated himself, by the way, as the second best player on this team. I'd go Aaron Gordon before I'd go Jamal Murray, although Jamal Murray is probably more important overall because of his chemistry with Jokic. But also, Aaron Gordon's built up really nice chemistry with Jokic as well. I think Aaron Gordon's the second best player on this team. I think he should get legitimate. I don't know if he is going to be an all-star, but I think he should get legitimate all-star buzz. Whatever ESPN is doing here with their court vision is awful. This is like Nintendo 64 graphics. What is this? This is awful. This is awful. They're not getting anything off the bench so far here early in the game. Pelicans, I wanted to see if Zion was playing. Zion is back out there. Part of the reason why maybe they have a lead here over the Denver Nuggets, who had a disappointing loss to the Chicago Bulls the other night. You know, I said ESPN is, in general is awful. Yeah, they are. They are, in general, pretty bad. Jeremiah Fear, Derek Queen, the two rookies back in the starting lineup. Trey Murphy with 4, Zion with 6, Herb Jones with 5. They're big three. These three guys right here. Just doesn't seem like a ton of chemistry has been built up between those three guys, but Hawkins with 2, even Messi with 4. Still early in the game. Jokic, what's Jokic doing? 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers for Jokic. Struggling with something. Pelicans are turning him over. Keenan Hart said Queen has started pretty well. Yes. Anthony G&T said, what do you know about Nintendo 64? Brother, I'm a true gamer. I know about it all. Kings Thunder going on. Close one so far here. Almost through one quarter, 22-20. But we know the story with the Thunder. It does not matter what the score is after 1. Does not matter what the score is after 2. Does not matter what the score is after 3. When that fourth quarter hits, they're going to flip that switch, turn on the engines, and they will pull away and pull out a victory at some point. They're 14-1 on the year. Only 1 loss. I really want to see the Thunder take on the Pistons. As a matter of fact, we can take a look real quick as when that's going to happen. Let me pull that up. But those are the games on right now. We got Knicks Mavericks coming up at 9:30, so we got about another hour. Obviously, the second half of this game will lead right into Knicks Mavericks. Chris Baskerville, what's up, Chris? You got your wardrobe changed for the Knicks game? Nah, brother, this is what we're rocking tonight. For the full 6 hours, we're going to be live. Right? We started live at 6:30. Game starts at 9:30. So we will be live probably until midnight, So about 5.5 hours we're going to be live tonight, it seems. Hara said, talk about making up for their excellence in the 1990s. I mean, they started off as a sports network. They wanted to cover sports. They wanted to bring sports coverage to people who couldn't, obviously it was more difficult to watch every game because, things like NBA League Pass or NFL Sunday Ticket or NFL Red Zone did not exist. So you could not watch every single sport. You had to read about the scores in the newspaper the next day. And so ESPN came around as a way to keep people informed at the end of the night or at the end of the workday, and you would get home and you turn ESPN on and you go, okay, right, the 6 o'clock Sports Center. What happened in the world of sports last night as I got home from work? Let me know. Fill me in on the things I did not see. And, show me the highlights, who played well, show me the stats, where a team's standing right now. Right? You'd have to read the paper in the morning, and then you'd get filled in visually in the afternoon when you got home from work or at night or whenever. Or in the morning. I remember waking up before school, putting ESPN on so I could see what happened the night before because I would fall asleep. Obviously I had to go to bed at a certain time before school started. So I'd have ESPN on in the morning, and I'd see what happened the night before around the league, NFL, or basketball, whatever, baseball. Now, with the ability to watch everything, ESPN had to find a different avenue. Maybe they didn't even have to find a different avenue, but they figured they needed to find a different avenue of something else to cover outside of just, here's the information about what happened in the sports day. Now it's all opinion. Now it's all sports talk radio. It's infiltrated live television, which is just horrendous. If I wanted sports talk radio, if I wanted opinion, I'd turn on the radio. It's not what I'm here on ESPN for. It's not what I'm checking into Sports Center. Bernard Johnson said, our Knicks need a road win badly. They do. They very much do. Chris Baskerville said, not Chris, Bernard Johnson said, we'll need to play our butts off again, them Mavs tonight. Should not. Shouldn't have to play their butts off against the Mavs. Should be able to pick up a victory against them. They're not very good. Here we go, start of the third quarter, by the way. Sengun hands it off to Durant. Durant, elbow pull-up jumper. In and out, can't get it to stay. Fight for the rebound. Adams knocks it out of bounds. Going to go back to the Cavs. I said exactly opinion is for the fan. Yeah, W fan. The radio, yes, it is. It is. And it's disappointing that it's, like if I wanted that, I'd tune into the radio. I don't want that. Not from ESPN. Tomlin has it, driving it to his left, gets it over to Mobley. Mobley driving to his right on Jabari Smith Jr. Pump fake, steps through, gets the and one over Jabari Smith Jr. He's going to send him to the foul line for one more. Start stringing together stops and scores if you want to make this comeback happen. Hara said, yes, that's what they did, and they were good. Then they started thinking they were overall entertainment package. Yep. That was the start of the downfall. Mobley knocks down his and one free throw. And they started cozying up to athletes and forgetting they are there to show. Yep. Thompson has it up top. Being guarded by Tomlin. They get it over to Sengun. Hands it off to Durant. Durant back to Sengun. And a foul on DeAndre Hunter getting two handsy, fighting for post positioning with Sengun. I mean, what really happened, Hara, is really like the rise of Stephen A. Smith and the power that he has at ESPN. Because he's all opinion-based. There's nothing factual that Stephen A. Smith brings to the table. It's all opinion-based. It's how, his articles were all opinion-based, which is fine. And you need a Sengun baseline jumper, got it to go. But as they've given Stephen A. Smith more power, that's what the product has completely turned into. It's just pure entertainment and less information. Mitchell has it up top. You need Donovan Mitchell to get going. They head down show two. They get it over to Tomlin at the foul line. Tomlin driving it down. Scoop with the left hand. Got it to go over Steven Adams. Okay. You need stops and scores, but I said, well, someone had to decide Stephen A. Smith was the direction. Yep, someone did. They They get it over to Jabari Smith Jr. on the left wing, driving it down against Mobley, kicks it out. Durant, the left corner three, has enough space. In and out, can't get it to stay. Adams rips away a rebound right over Jarrett Allen. Brother, box him out. I know it's easier said than done, but still, Durant down the lane knocks down a floater. You had positioning on Steven Adams. You got to be able to drive it back. They get it over to Thompson. It would be different if you didn't have positioning on him. You have perfect positioning on him. Mobley down the lane, leans in, flips it up at the basket, can't get it to go. Jabari Smith Jr. with the rebound. Here comes Sengun bringing it down. 61-45, a 16-point lead for the Rockets here. Sengun spins to his right, picks up his handle inside to Thompson. Thompson takes it out to Jabari Smith Jr. Wide open left corner three. Too strong, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Sengun knocks it to himself. They get it over to Durant, coming to his left. Foul line pull-up jumper, got it to go. 9:30 to go. My timer is a minute behind. We'll catch up as Donovan Mitchell throws it to nobody. His teammates aren't even looking for him to give up the ball because what are you doing giving up the ball, man? I know they're showing 2 to you, but you're allowing them to take you out of the game. Thompson bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Tomlin. You get it over to Adams. Hands it back off to Thompson, putting his head down, attacking, knocked out of his hands. He picks back up inside to Adams, throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Thompson has it, fighting with Tomlin. And it's going to be a jump ball between Thompson and Tomlin. Got to blow my nose again. These allergies are killing me tonight. Jump ball between Thompson and Tomlin. I've been impressed with Tomlin for the most part. Bernard Johnson said, Thunder Detroit February 5th. That's too far away. I want it now. These two teams are on fire right now. I want it now. By February 5th, one of those teams will have slowed down or injuries or whatever. Durant driving it down, knocked out of his hands. It's going to remain with the Rockets. The Cavs are saying it's off of Kevin Durant's leg, but Jarrett Allen and Donovan Mitchell are like, no, it's not. Don't challenge that. They get it into to Sengun down the lane, flips it up the left hand over Mobley, got it to go. And a timeout for the Cavs, still down by 20, not making much of a comeback here. Rockets still getting what they want. Durant out of the mid-range, still getting open threes. They just haven't knocked them down so far to start the second half. Sengun in the paint, lefty flip shots, got him to go. You know, I said, Tomlin, if your name's going to be Anquan, you got to catch a lot of passes. If Donovan Mitchell is just not going to show up, the Cleveland Cavaliers aren't going to have a chance. At some point, you have to and I've seen him do it. At some point, you can't allow him to completely take you out of the game. If you are a true blue star in the league, you can't be game planned against as well as the Rockets have game planned against them tonight. Right? Like, I get having a bad shooting night or what. He's 1 for 7. But to me, you've only taken 7 shots and you have 1 assist. Kay Hazy said those Rockets are just bullying everybody. I mean, look, Mobley has, for the most part, held his own offensively tonight. He only got 2 rebounds. So yeah, the Rockets are bullying him down low. This is always going to be the issue with the Cleveland Cavaliers, is getting bullied down low in the paint. Between Mobley and Allen, they're just don't have that base. They don't have the strength in that core to hold their own down low. And that's exactly what the Rockets have in abundance between Sengun and Adams, Jabari Smith Jr., Kevin Durant, and Clint Capella off the bench. Like, you could just go to anybody. They are just bullying them tonight. Hunter started the game with 8 straight points. Scored the first 8 points for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He got 11. He knocked down a 3 at the end of the second quarter before halftime. That's it. So he started the game with 8 quick points. Complete drought until the very end of the second quarter where he knocked down a 3. He's up to 11. Hasn't done much majority of the game. Tomlin has 10 points, and I'm not expecting anything from Tomlin tonight. 4 for 8 from the field, 0 for 4 from three-point range. Jarrett Allen with 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 fouls. Mobley with only 13 and 2. No playmaking from Mobley so far tonight. No assists for him. Donovan Mitchell is obviously the biggest disappointment. 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. I mean, you're not even helping on the glass. You know the Rockets dominate the boards. As a guard, you got to come in and fight for a rebound every now and again. I just think that the Cavs were just ill-prepared for the Rockets tonight. They're just ill-prepared. Like, obviously, I think the Rockets have a matchup advantage overall against the Cavs. But it's just, you can't be a superstar sitting on 2 points 3 minutes into the third quarter, man. I promise you, you won't see Jalen Brunson doing this. I promise you, we won't see that. Jalen Brunson will get his shots up. I need you to just start jacking up shots. You're down 20. What do you have to lose? Hunter in the middle of the lane, loses the handle, picks it up, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line, 2 free throws. Thompson got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Cavs catch a little bit of a break there. Bernard Johnson said, I want Houston to win. Well, I think they're going to give it to you. I think Houston will pull this off there with the 20-point lead here. 8:30 to go. Hunter's at the foul line for 2 free throws. They've been missing their free throws all night long, but Hunter knocks that one down. Hunter has 1 more coming. Knocks them both down. Kevin Durant will bring it down for the Rockets. They get it over to Sengun. Sengun up top. Guarded by Mobley. Now he's going to go one-on-one. Goes along the baseline. He's got nowhere to go. Finds some space, though. Leans back and gets the layup to go past Mobley. Come on. Come on, Evan Mobley. You can't let that happen. He's under the basket with nowhere to go. Craig Porter Jr. dancing around the screen, chucks up a 3, can't get it to go. I want that to be Donovan Mitchell. Home run pass to Jabari Smith Jr. He's got Craig Porter Jr. on him on the mismatch. A little fall-away baseline jumper. He got it to go. Largest lead of the game. 22 points here for the Houston Rockets. 69-47. 7:44 to go. Mitchell crosses over to his left, looking to attack. Euro steps, leaves it off for Allen in the paint. Kicks it back out to Mobley. Pump fakes, blows past the defense down the lane. Goes to the layup, gets it to go, and 1 for Mobley. You're not getting any stops. So many scores you get. Feel a little bit empty here. Bernard Johnson said Steven Adams is too strong for Mobley. Well, Mobley's had the Sengun matchup. Steven Adams has been too strong for pretty much everybody in the league, let's be real. But Steven Adams has been too strong for Jarrett Allen tonight. Really struggling in that matchup. As we've seen him struggle with good offensive rebounds in the past. Not a very good defensive rebounder overall for Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen and Donovan Mitchell to the bench. Donovan Mitchell still sitting on 2 points. Mobley knocked down his and 1 free throw. And he goes to the bench, and Donovan Mitchell's not even sweating. I need you to break a sweat out there, man. What are you doing? It's like you're just standing around a little bit. I know they're hedging hard, and they're double-teaming you, and they're forcing you to give up the ball, but beautiful passing between the Rockets. Adams just smokes the layup lob from Thompson, and the Cavs quickly pushing it the other way. Should look to take advantage here off the missed layup there from Adams. Hunter dancing with it, kicks it out to Craig Porter Jr. Porter, pass fake, down the lane. Knocks down the layup with the right hand. There's a stop and a score right there. You're going to need a lot more of those to make this comeback happen here. Thompson bringing it down against Craig Porter Jr. Thompson leaves it off for Adams. Adams over to Sengun. Pump fakes from deep from 3. Being guarded by Wade now. Handed off to Durant. Jab step coming to his right. Pull up mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Durant looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Good defense from Hunter. And then Sengun fouls DeAndre Hunter as he was bringing it down. Approaching the halfway point here in the third quarter. Knicks will be 2026 champs. What's up, 2026 champs? Cleveland is sus. Very sus. Very sus. Keenar said Steven Adams is a problem in general. We discussed last game when discussing Mitch. Dominant offensive rebounding is a real problem. It is. That's why these guys are so valuable. Like Mitch, he's averaging over 5 offensive rebounds a game. Mobley has it up top. Gets it over to Hunter on the relocation for a 3 over Durant. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. A long rebound. Craig Porter Jr. does a good job keeping it alive. Lonzo will chuck up a 3, and he comes up short. Cleveland just not knocking anything down from the perimeter tonight. Not a single thing going down for them consistently. Sengun, down low to Jabari Smith Jr. All the way baseline jumper, comes up short. Craig Porter Jr. on the weak side battling for the rebound, but he can't hold on to it. It's like 1-on-2 down low. Where's everybody else battling for these rebounds? You know you're facing one of the best rebounding teams in the league. Hunter 1-on-1 against Sengun. Leans in, puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Craig Porter Jr. again, the guy pursuing the ball. Where's everybody else? Lonzo, right corner 3. He finally knocks one down. Big time shot for Lonzo. Big time shot for the Cavs. They needed one to go down. They finally got one to go down. But it's a 14-point deficit for them here. Starting to build a little bit of momentum. We're past the halfway point here in the third quarter. Only a 14-point game. It's not insurmountable. Right? You got it to 14. But we talked about this the other night. What was the game we watched? I'm already forgetting. What was the game we watched last night? Roger G. Wall. What's up, Roger G. Wall? I'm constantly blowing my nose. What was the game we watched last night? I'm already forgetting. Real quick. Last night, what did we watch? We watched Pistons Hawks, yeah. So we talked all night, Pistons Hawks. Hawks obviously ended up losing to the Pistons last night. So when we were covering this game, the Hawks were down majority of the game. They were down by as many as 19 points. And they brought it all the way back, and it was a 1-point game in the fourth quarter, and we talked about the levels that you needed to get over, the humps you needed to get over in order to pull off this victory. The first one is cutting it to a single-digit game. If you can get it to a single-digit game, you have a chance. The next one is cutting it to a single-possession game, either 3 points or 2 points. That's the next hump. The final hump to fully make a comeback and then have an actual chance of winning the game is actually taking the lead. The Hawks got within 1 point, but they could never take the lead, and the Pistons were able to pull away at the end. Oftentimes, using up so much energy to get back into the game doesn't afford you, first of all, a ton of opportunity or a ton of leeway to either miss an open shot or have a bad turnover or whatever, not get to a loose ball. Like, you need to play perfectly going down the stretch. It doesn't afford you a ton of leeway in terms of how much you have towards the end or how many mistakes you're allowed towards the end there. You don't have a ton of opportunity at that point. Bernard John said the Hawks ran out of gas. Yeah, it takes so much energy just getting back into the game and trying to get over those humps, right? Think about it as if you're jogging. You're on a jog. You're going. And there's a big hill you have to get over. You might be able to get over the first one just fine. A little difficult. You're huffing and puffing a little bit on the way down, but you got over it. Second one comes up and you're like, oh, here we go. You get over that hump. It's a little bit bigger than the last one. And by the time you get to the top, you're huffing and puffing. You're breathing heavy. You're thinking, man, I might need to just stop and take a breather real quick, right? And then you get to that final hilltop. And it's all the way up here. And you're already exhausted from the previous humps you had to get over. And you're trying. And you're battling. But sometimes it just gets the best of you and you run out of gas. Sometimes you're able to make it over the hump. But not every time. You know, I said you gotta like Lonzo. I wish he had an actual knee. Yeah, I wish his career wasn't derailed as much as it was with the injuries. You know, I said Clyde used to talk about that, LOL, all the time. Tying the game made the same mistake in the lead. Yep. Was that Shepard? Shepard with another basket? No, Clint Capella off the pass from Reed Shepard. Nice alley-oop. Mobley driving it down. Gets it over to Hunter. Mid-range jumper can't get it to go, but he gets fouled by, who is that? Jae'Sean Tate. Jae'Sean Tate looks like he put on some weight. Hold on, Jae'Sean Tate. What are you doing, brother? Stay in shape, my man. So DeAndre Hunter's going to be at the foul line for 2 free throws. Hunter knocks down the first one. At least they're knocking down the free throws now. DeAndre Hunter goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. 2 perfect free throws. Jae'Sean Tate is in the game. Gets it into Shepard. Shepard bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Craig Porter Jr. Hands it off to Durant. Durant coming to his right off the Capella screen. Driving it down in the lane. Leaves it off. A 3 for Okogie. Comes up well short. Long rebound. Okogie able to save it. Durant able to grab it. Bringing it down to his left. Hesitates. Now, mid-range pull-up jumper over Dean Wade. Draws the foul on Dean Wade or either DeAndre Hunter, one of them. Shooting foul on Dean Wade. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws, Durant is, with 5 minutes to go here in the third. Keenan Hart said, eating too many Tate's chocolate chip cookies. I love those. Yeah, Jae'Sean Tate looks like he's been eating well lately. Durant's only 5 for 14 tonight. In with 17 points. There's been opportunities here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's not like the Rockets have had an explosive offensive game tonight. Durant misses a free throw. Still a 14-point game. Naquan Tomlin is going to check back in. Been impressed with Tomlin tonight. Durant does knock down the second one. 72-57. A 15-point game. Under 5 to go. Mobley spins off a Tate down the lane. Gets the righty layup to go. I mean, Mobley's putting his head down and attacking. Wondering what Donovan Mitchell is. He's 7 for 12 for 18 points tonight. Shepard dancing with it, driving it down, gets into the lane, gets blocked from behind by Craig Porter Jr. Dean Wade picks it up, loses the handle, gets it over to Craig Porter Jr. though. They swing it over. Wade up top, back to Porter. Driving to his right on Tate. Stops, pump fakes, fall away. Got it to go. There you go. Craig Porter making stuff happen. Gets the block, gets the basket on the other end. It's an 11-point game. 14-3 run for the Cavs. The run started when Donovan Mitchell came out of the game. Just saying. Just the messenger. Just the messenger. Durant has it up top, being guarded by Tomlin. Durant's going to dance with it. Gets caught in the air. Tomlin almost picks it off. Durant able to get the ball back. Gets caught in the air and then throws it away. Good defense from Tomlin. He's trying to hype himself up. He's a very animated dude. I like it. I like it. Cavs bringing it down now. Got to take advantage of this. Get it back to single digits. This is one of the humps you got to get over. Got to get it to a single-digit game. 11 right now, 72-61. But Mobley turns it over. Capella picks it up, and they get it over to Durant. Durant will bring it down against Lonzo Ball. Gets caught in the air. Kogi turns it over, and Durant fouls Lonzo Ball, and that should be a clear path foul. Or maybe not a clear path foul, but a transition take foul from Durant. So it should be a free throw and the ball. Should be a free throw and the ball. Jeff Brown, let's go Cavs. Here they come, Jeff. Here they come. Lonzo Ball, Craig Porter Jr., and Evan Mobley leading the way here during this run. Dean Wade's defense, DeAndre Hunter's defense, everybody's chipping in. Who's on the line, who's in the game right now. Lonzo Ball's at the foul line for 2. Cleveland is in the bonus, so he's going to get 2 free throws anyway. Cleveland's been misfiring from the foul line all night long. And they continue to misfire from the foul line all night long as Lonzo misses a free throw. Had the opportunity to cut it to single digits. This is one of the humps you got to get over. You got to get it to a single-digit game. You put a little bit more pressure on the Rockets, and you get it to a single possession game. Put even more pressure on the Rockets. And if you can take the lead, the ultimate pressure, because now the Rockets would be officially losing, but you got to get over this first hump first. Lonzo does at least knock down the second one, knocking it to a 10-point game. Shepard has it, almost turns it over. Lonzo almost came up with a steal. Shepard gets it over to Thompson. Lonzo recovers. He's going to stay in front of Thompson here. Thompson has it up top. Sengun and Thompson have checked back in. Durant remains in. He gets fouled by Tomlin. (72-62). You get it in the Shepard. Shepard up top being guarded by Porter Jr. Get over to Durant. Durant to Sengun in the post being guarded by Wade. Shepard. Sengun jab step. Back down. Good defense from Wade, not giving him space. He spins. Fall away foul line jumper at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Good box out from Jarrett Allen on Capella. I'll give you a shout out for that, Jarrett Allen. Dean Wade comes in for the rebound. Wade has it up top. Gets it over to Lonzo Ball. Coming to his left. Step back. 3 for Lonzo. Line me up. Lonzo Ball knocks down the 3. 7-point game. There you go, Lonzo. Turn it up. 18-3 run for the Cleveland Cavaliers here. Thompson has it up top being guarded by Naquan Tomlin. Thompson gets it over to Durant. Durant being guarded by Lonzo. And a foul on Lonzo Ball. 2:50 to go. Just under 3 minutes here. Ball fouls Durant, being a little too aggressive on ball. Robin Schroll with a Robin. Shepard has it up top, being guarded by Porter. Dancing with it. Coming to his right off the Durant screen. Lonzo switches onto him. Shepard coming to his left to pull up 3. No, leaves it off to Durant at the last second. Foul line jumper over Craig Porter Jr. Just so tall. High release point. Did not matter. Good defense from Craig Porter Jr. Did not matter for Kevin Durant. He knocks down the smooth mid-range jumper. Lonzo gets it over to Wade. Wade has it on the left wing. Attacking to his right. Stops. Kicks it out to Tomlin. Tomlin off up top the ball. Ball being guarded by Thompson. Now over to Wade. Wade inside to Tomlin. Gets swatted out of there by Capella. You got to hit a pump fake, Tomlin. Got to hit a pump fake. You get it over to Thompson. Thompson on the right wing. Going to pull it out. Coming to his left. Tomlin switches onto him. They're trying to get it to Sengun down low. Good denial defense from the Cavs there. They get it over to Shepard. Attacking to his right. In the mid-range, pull-up jumper. Well short. Looks like Porter Jr. had got the block on him. But knocked out of bounds by the Cavs as they couldn't hold on to the rebound. Catalyst of this run. Mobley, Porter Jr., Shepard gets open in the right corner off the inbounds, comes up short, long rebound. Allen can't get to it. Digging down low, they throw a lob up top to Thompson, who smokes the layup. Dean Wade with the strip, and the Cavs catch a break yet again, and their defense now could lead the offense. Craig Porter Jr. crosses over down the lane, scoop play with the right hand, got it to go back down the 7. And Craig Porter Jr. continuing to stay active defensively, not giving them an easy inbounds here, applying some full court pressure. 74-67. The Cavs are into it. They're going to have an opportunity. They got an entire fourth quarter to go. If Donovan Mitchell can give them anything here tonight. He's got 2 points, 1 assist. He's given them practically nothing. Shepard bringing it down. 1:30 to go. Shepard has it up top, being guarded by Porter. Coming to his left off a Durant screen, driving it down in the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks it out in the corner. To Holiday, doesn't want to take the 3, gets it inside to Capella, and he gets fouled by Dean Wade. No? 3 seconds? Offensive foul call? What is the call? 3-second violation. There it is. Ball going back to the Cavs. They get another stop. Lonzo Ball has it up top. Can you get it to 5 now? It's a 7-point game. Lonzo has it up top. It looks like the Rockets are in a zone here. They get it over to Tomlin. Tomlin at left corner 3. He's been misfiring all night long. Continues to misfire. That one was halfway down, but he continues to misfire. He's now 0 for 5 from 3-point range. Aaron Holiday over to Durant. Durant has it up top, being guarded by Dean Wade. Coming to his right off the screen. Jarrett Allen switches on to Durant. Durant pulls it out. Durant's going to dance with it. Crosses over to his left. Stops. Pulls it back out. Just loses the handle on it. Out of bounds. Ball back to the Cavs. But you got to take advantage here. You got to knock down some of these shots. 46 seconds to go here in the third. Still a 7-point game and a timeout here for the Rockets. Want to talk a couple of things over. Their offense has gone extremely stagnant. Here come the Cavs, y'all. Here they come. They got over the first hump. Got it to a single-digit game. And they're keeping it to a single-digit game. The second hump is getting it to a single-possession game. Got to get it to at least 3. Put the pressure on the Rockets. They're already feeling the pressure. You can see it, right? Silly turnovers, missed layups, just dribbling it out of bounds, losing the handle. You're seeing the pressure that happens when you're making a comeback. You get over that first hump and getting it back to single digits. Like, oh, snap at the basketball game again, right? More pressure will be added if you can get it to a single-digit game. You got an entire quarter to go. K. Hazy said, not KD losing the handle. Just dribbling it out of bounds. Just lost the handle with a basketball. It looks like Donovan Mitchell is going to come back in. What do you have for everybody, Donovan Mitchell? Can you help lead the charge back into this game? You've been absent defensively. You've been absent on the boards. You've been absent playmaking. You've been absent scoring. You have not given your team practically anything tonight. Greg Porter Jr. has it up top. We're back into it. Get over to Lonzo. Lonzo over to Wade. Wade back to Lonzo. Lonzo, a pull-up 3 in the right wing. Too strong, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Mitchell able to save it and throws it off of Sengun. That's what you want to. That's what I think everybody's been waiting for all night long, Donovan Mitchell. You don't have to score. It doesn't have to be the only way you impact the game. We're going to grab a weak side offensive rebound and throw it off of Sengun, save the possession for your team. Get it into Allen, middle of the lane, goes to the floater, comes up short, gets his own offensive rebound, and a big one-handed hammer. Way to be a big man down low, Jarrett Allen. Way to be a big man. Been waiting for it all night long. It's a 5-point game. Thompson bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. Got to lock in defensively here, Donovan Mitchell. Can't be a weak link. Thompson up top, coming to his left. Get it down low to Sengun, being guarded by Lonzo Ball. Lonzo knocks it out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll remain with the Rockets, though. Forgot to restart my timer. We got 14.5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. They've cut it to 5. And you get it to a single-digit game. There's a 7-second difference between game clock and shot clock, and the Cavs are going to call a full timeout. Can you get it to a single-digit game here? They're going to challenge it. Cavs are going to challenge it. This is an out-of-bounds call. So if they're using their challenge here, they'll likely win it. Can you get it to a single-digit game here? It's a 5-point game. All you need is one more basket, and it becomes a single-digit game. That is the second hump you have to get over in order to make the comeback. K. Hazy said, I swear if the Sixers get another high draft pick. Look, man, as long as Joel Embiid and Paul George are on that team, I don't know if they're doing anything. Let's get some of these out of here. We're approaching the end of the quarter here. You can look real quick at the box scores around the league. Any Sixers getting smacked up? I mean, it's only a 7-point game there, 103-96. I mean, they're over 500. I don't think they're going to get another high draft pick. They're going to be a playoff team this year. They're solid. They're solid. I don't think they'll get another high draft pick, Hey Hazy. I think you're pretty safe on that. Warriors Heat still pretty close. They showed the replay there. They showed the replay once. Thanks, ESPN. Sixers only 5 down. They will be fine. Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Nuggets Pelicans is a close game. The Nuggets have taken the lead. They were down by 8 early. Thunder Kings, it's a close one. Timberwolves pulling away from the Wizards, to be expected. It looks like it's off of Sengun, but we'll see what the refs rule here. AP, what's up, AP? Can't believe we're looking up at the Toronto Raptors in the division. They're about to go 10-5. It's early in the season, brother. We're going to be all right. Are you worried about the Toronto Raptors in the playoffs, AP? Because the only thing that's on my mind is the playoffs. The only thing. Pacers actually going to pick up a victory, like a nice solid victory over the Hornets, like an actual big lead. They got a 16-point lead here. Knipple, though, continues to hoop. 26, 7, and 6. What is good? This rookie class is incredible. Wow, they're showing the replay on the other end. It looks like that's going to be off Alonzo on that replay there. I said Jokic just picked it up. I mean, when does Jokic not pick it up at some point, right? Peyton Watson, though, with 15 and 6, he's noted as the top performer here. Obviously, our Knicks-Mavs game will start at 9:30. Whether this game is over with or not, we are switching over to the Knicks-Cavs. We will not miss a second of Knicks-Mavs. That is the priority on this channel. Knicks will always be the priority. Inconclusive evidence. So the call is upheld by the officials. I think that's a bad challenge from the Cavs. The Cavs lose their challenge in a game in which they're trying to make a comeback. Come on, man. Why use the challenge there? Not a good challenge. Judge that said Dallas sucks, not worried. I mean, it is in Dallas. It's always a difficult place to play for the Knicks for some reason. But Thompson gets it over to Durant. Durant on the right wing. Inside the Thompson down low. Thompson inside the Sengun. Surrounded. Gets stripped by Dean Wade. They got enough time to get it over to Craig Porter Jr. Pass past Dean Wade. Goes up. Can't get the layup, but he does get fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. I was going to say, he smoked the layup. He missed it. But he did get fouled. So he'll go to the foul line for 2 free throws. He can cut it to a single-digit game. AP said, I don't ever want to hear anyone compare Towns to Patrick Ewing. I don't know who has ever done that, AP. Are we just making things up again? Did you see like a Twitter comment and think that that's a thing people do? Nobody compares Towns to Patrick Ewing, my brother. Getting mad over things that don't happen. As Dean Wade misses a free throw, how many missed? We got to look at the box score. How many missed free throws have the Cavs missed all night long, man? Woof. I said, I haven't heard anyone comparing Cat to Pat. Literally have never heard it once. Literally making things up to be mad about. Sengun is going to chuck it 3/4 court. Not going to be close. Dean Wade did at least knock down the second one, but they didn't get over they didn't get over that second hump there. They didn't get over that second hump. You got to get it to a single possession game to really put the pressure on them. But you did get it to 4. You got 12 minutes of basketball to overcome it. You just got to beat them by 4 in the next quarter. They scored 30 points in that quarter. Houston with only 17. Just that's at 9:35 p.m. tip. Everyone be cool. We should be led right into that game here tonight. If not, we, like I said, we will switch over. We will just switch over. AP said 8 and 5 is awful, what we thought we were getting. It is absolutely not. Literally, it's almost on pace with what I expected. Before the season started in preseason, we wrote it down. You can go back and watch the preseason games. I think it was the first preseason game. I said 18 and 10. 18 and 10 is my expectation. They're literally on pace for that. Anthony G&T. What's up, Anthony G&T? What is your greatest Knick moment? What is your worst? Mine was Dave DeBusschere won the lottery for Patrick Ewing. The worst is when Bernard King tore his ACL. Greatest Knick moment? I started watching the Knicks in like 2007. I don't think there is a greatest Knick moment. The greatest Knick moment for me is when Dante DiVincenzo hit that 3 to beat Philly. Like, I don't have a greatest Knicks moment. My entire life has been the Knicks mired in chaos and mediocrity. The worst moment? Worst moment was... The worst I've ever felt about the Knicks was when they traded Porzingis. It was the worst I felt, because it felt like, bro, now we have no future. We have no assets, no future. The trade was bad, but obviously it worked out in the end overall, but yeah. That was probably the worst I felt. It just worked out in the end. Great. But like actual worst moment, maybe when Porzingis got hurt because it signaled the turn of the franchise. I don't know. Obviously, I'm picking at straws here. I just, like I said, my entire Knicks fandom has been mired in mediocrity and embarrassment and chaos. Kinahara said, I don't know, AP. I bet under. We were completely healthy last year and got 51 this year. The number was 53.5. Yeah, I mean, look, they're on pace. They're on pace. That's the greatest Nick moment was probably Linsanity. I mean, Linsanity was extremely fun. I never believed that it was sustainable. I never believed we truly found our starting point guard for the future. I just didn't believe in it. He just didn't look like a starting caliber point guard to me. I think the rest of his career proved he really wasn't. I was hurt when he didn't come back to the Knicks, but I wasn't super surprised. If that makes sense. Rob S. Pierre. What's up, Rob? Worst Knicks moment was when Sugar Ray effed it up with the Knicks. Chris said Donovan needs to be investigated. Terrible night for Donovan Mitchell. Craig Porter Jr. driving it down low. Bounce past Evan Mobley, right through the hands of Evan Mobley. Come on, Big Mobley. Here come the Rockets bringing it down the other way. You had the opportunity there to get it to a single-digit game. Or get it to a single-possession game, excuse me. Shepard, down low to Thompson. Thompson kicks it out. A three for Aaron Holiday, and he splashes it nothing but net. Here comes Donovan Mitchell bringing it down. Cross-court to Porter Jr. Porter, back to Mitchell. Right wing three. Can you line me up, Mitchell? Line me up, Donovan Mitchell. Get hot from three, brother. Get hot from the perimeter. They need you. Where have you been all night long? Better late than never if you can show up here in the fourth. They get it over to Shepard. Shepard gets caught in the air, saves it over to Holiday. Back to Shepard, down the lane, throws up the floater. Well short. Maybe Mobley got a piece of it. Porter Jr. able to grab the rebound. Dean Wade did a good job keeping it away from Adams. Here comes Mitchell, bringing it down, putting his head down, running right into Holiday. A pull-up three for Mitchell, and he splashes another one. There you go. 1 point game. Could have been a charge on Mitchell, but they didn't give it to him. Holiday took that bump. Either way, it's a 1 point game, 77-76. Sengun has it on the right wing. Being guarded by Wade. Bagging him down. Bagging him down. They show two. They kick it out to Shepard. Shepard pass fake. Tries to get it down low. The Cavs steal it? No, they call a late foul call on the Cavs. They got to get over that last hurdle. It is the toughest hurdle to get over. Got to take the lead here and put the pressure on the Rockets. Amon Thompson has it up top. Cavs are in a 2-3 zone here. Get it over to Sengun down low against Dean Wade. It knocks down like a running hook floating shot. I never know how to properly describe those. It's not a hook shot. It's not a floater. A little bit in between. Mitchell, another pull-up three, can't get it to go. Mobley gets fouled on the floor. They try to keep him off the glass. Good fight from Mobley there. Kay Hazy said, well, hello, Donovan Mitchell. Welcome to the game, Donovan Mitchell. Where have you been all night long? They get it over to Proctor. Proctor up top, coming to his left off the Mobley screen. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell fires another three. Can't get that one to go. Okay, now Mitchell's chucking up some threes now. Let's work to get some good looks. Get downhill a little bit. Thompson up top, coming to his right off the Adams screen. They get over to Holiday. Catches, pump fakes, driving it down. Porter switches onto him. They get it over to Sengun. Sengun one-on-one against Mitchell. Backing him down. Picks up his handle. Gets it inside the Thompson. Throws up the floater in the lane. Got it to go. Mobley got lost a little bit in the sauce there. Good cut from Thompson to get to the middle of the lane and knock down the floater. They go over to Dean Wade. A right wing three for Dean Wade. Walks into a pull-up three. Okay, now the three's starting to fall for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 2-point game. Sengun on the right wing. Up top to Holiday. He's going to put up a straightaway three. And he's going to answer right back. Anything you can do, I can do better offense. Both of these teams chucking them up, going back and forth. Porter Jr. up top, coming to his left off the Mobley screen. Driving it down. Has it at the foul line. Kicks it out to Mobley. Mobley swings through to his right. Doesn't want to settle for the three. Driving it down. Draws the foul on Shepard. He's going to go to the foul line for two. AP said we want all Eastern Conference teams to lose. I truly don't care, AP. I truly don't care about the standings. 14 games into the regular season. Talk to me when we are 30 games in, 40 games in. Talk to me after the All-Star break about the standings. Mobley at the foul line. Misses another free throw. I said I wanted to check the free throw shooting for the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, and I didn't do that. So real quick, while Mobley's at the foul line for one more free throw. My goodness. Overall from the foul line, 14 to 24 for the foul line for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 14 of 24 is crazy. Misses two, Mobley. 10 missed free throws tonight for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They would have the lead. 9 minutes to go. Sengun throws up a floater. Can't get it to go in the middle of the lane. Cleveland with the rebound. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell has it on the left wing. Up top to Hunter. Hunter tries to get it in the corner. Terrible pass from Hunter. Horrific pass from DeAndre Hunter. What was that? Thompson has it up top. Driving it down. Gets it over to Shepard. Back to Thompson. Euro steps down the lane. Smokes a layup. Battle for the rebound. Mobley keeps it alive. Mitchell with a running start. Down the lane. Takes some contact. Flips it up at the rim. Gets it to go. Mobley battling on the glass there. That's what you want to see all night long. Finally, it's showing up here in the second half. Thompson has it up top, being guarded by DeAndre Hunter. They get it to Sengun in the post. Quickly spins off a Wade. Euro steps down the lane. Reverse layup. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Sengun there. Back to 5. Get over to Mitchell up top, being guarded by Holiday. Coming to his left, crosses over to his right, down the lane. Tries to leave it off for Mobley. Terrible, terrible pass from Mitchell. Here comes Shepard pushing it the other way. Goes up with the layup on the right hand. Gets it to go over Wade. Terrible pass. What are you doing, Donovan Mitchell? Get the layup. What are you doing? Anthony GT said Patrick Ewing missed finger roll in the 95. It's a close second. It is a close second. I said, yeah, seeding, schmeeding, just need to play well. The Eastern Conference. I don't care about seeding. 13 games until the regular season. Talk to me after the All-Star break about the standings. Just win as many games as you can. Things will fall where they lay. Said rigged. Mom got to the Rockets tonight. 7-point lead is opened up here for the Rockets. AB said all this parity, you can go 2-7 in one night. From 2 to 7 in one night. Standings are changing every night. That's the pattern this season. So why do we care about the standings right now, AP? You literally just made a point against yourself. Bernard Johnson said Mitchell dumped out on that pass. Terrible pass. I mean, one man to beat. Euro steps down the lane, and instead of taking the contact and trying to get the layup to go and then having Mobley battle for an offensive rebound if you do happen to miss, he tries to do this terrible bounce drop-off pass while they're both standing right next to each other with the defender standing right next to them. Terrible pass attempt. Mitosis Mary, what's up, Mitosis? Is this game the appetizer for the Magic? It is not. Justice Dad said ESPN is a toilet. They have been. They have been for a while now. Chris Baskerville said, put it in Lonzo. Too many turnovers. Lonzo had too many turnovers. Put Lonzo in the game. Too many turnovers so far. Yeah, I got to get Lonzo back out there. He was a catalyst with his defense, his playmaking, his shooting. Help bring him back. Same with Craig Porter Jr. I think at this point you need to constantly be subbing in Porter Jr. and Lonzo in for each other here in the fourth quarter. Keep them fresh as you can. Both of those guys were great catalysts here for the comeback. I said, yeah, all the Brunson haters got to chill watching Spida. That I said, I'm not in love with JB's defense. I mean, Donovan Mitchell, what is he giving this team tonight? He knocked down 2 threes here in the fourth quarter, but outside of that, what is he giving this team tonight? No rebounding, no defense, no playmaking, no shot making. Literally the 4 things he's supposed to give his team. Didn't give them a single one. He's been terrible all night long. Allergies are killing me. But we have, 8 minutes to go? Over here, I'm going to get our Knicks game set up. It is on ESPN, so when this game is over, it's going to jump right to the Knicks game. But I will pull it up on MSG, so whenever they go to the tip-off, we will be ready to go. I'll mute that, and I'll have that just set up on the side. Anthony G&T said this Houston team looks really good. Best since Hakeem's time. I mean, you had the Harden era there. Mitchell down the lane, draws the foul, and Holiday. He'll go to the foul line for 2. There you go. Finally something towards the basket. Under 8 to go here in the fourth quarter. Yeah, the Harden Rockets mixed in there, Anthony. They almost beat the Warriors super team. I wasn't a fan of those Rockets team. I wasn't a fan of Harden back then, but they were still good. They still almost made the finals. They still almost took down the super team Warriors. Mitchell at the foul line. He knocks down the first free throw. AP said, because I don't trust this group of Knicks in a big spot. Literally, you're just going to have to wait and see then. They're not going to be in a big spot for another couple months then. You can tune in then. But if you don't trust them in a big spot, then what are you worried about 13 games to the regular season? Literally, you should be carefree until they get into the big spot in the playoffs. Anthony G&T said Harden was a fraud. I agree with you. But, they were still good. They still almost got there. I'll give them respect for that. Lonzo's back in the game, along with Donovan Mitchell, Dean Wade, DeAndre Hunter, and Jarrett Allen. Holiday hesitated from 3, now puts it up, hit the side of the backboard, an air ball. Jarrett Allen, good box out on a rebound. There you go. Jarrett Allen's been a much better rebounder here in the second half. Hunter coming to his left off a screen, driving it down against Jabari Smith Jr. Stop, turn, fall away. Comes up short. Not a great shot. Get it back to Donovan Mitchell. 88-83. A little over 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Thompson has it up top. Attacking Hunter off the bounce. Pulls it back out. Hands it off to Sengun. One-on-one against Wade. Driving it down. Stops. Leans in. Kicks it in the corner. Tries to kick it in the corner. Out of bounds. Off of Jabari Smith Jr. Sengun doing too much. Good defense from the Cavs there. Forcing the turnover, but you got to get scores. It's nice when you get stops, but you got to complement it by getting scores. It's nice when you get scores, but you got to complement it by getting stops. Chef Nick, what's up, Chef? Appreciate you, my brother. Rob said, sounds like Mitchell wants to trade. I don't know if Mitchell wants to trade. Mitchell driving it down against Thompson. Stops, turns, fall away. Got it to go. Where has been this Donovan Mitchell all night long? It's back to 3. Where has been this Donovan Mitchell all night long? Thompson up top being guarded by Mitchell. Crosses over to his left. Pulls it back out. Pass fake. He's got nowhere to go. Gets it over to Jabari Smith Jr. Durant is back in the game. Smith Jr. being guarded by Hunter. Calling for a screen. Smith Jr. coming to his right off the Adams screen. Leaves it off to Adams. Down low. Layup with the right hand. Got it to go. Donovan Mitchell was the low man. Rotating over. Obviously, he's not going to rim protect against Steven Adams. Mitchell will pull up 3. He's feeling himself. Not a good shot, but it does not matter. Donovan Mitchell has arrived. Better late than never. But maybe if you played better in the first 3 quarters, they wouldn't have had to have a 20-point comeback. He's got 15 this quarter. He's up to 17. Thompson has it up top. It's a 2-point game. Over to Jabari Smith Jr., right wing 3. Anything you can do, I can do better offenses. He answers right back with a 3-point shot. Mitchell bringing it down, coming to his right off the screen. In and out dribble, driving to his right. Stops. Hesitates, now driving, spins to his left, down the lane, scoop layup with the right hand. There it is with the layup. Donovan Mitchell, where has been this all night long? Jabari Smith Jr. has it up top to get over to Thompson. Thompson hands it off to Durant. Rockets want to play a slow, methodical game. They want to operate in the half court with Durant. Durant almost turns it over. Thompson able to grab it, goes to the rim, gets the layup to go. Good, hanging in the air, athletic move for Amen Thompson. Rockets keeping the Cavs an arm distance away. We talked about the hardest comeback is getting that lead. Lonzo can knock down the 3 off the double team from Mitchell. Mitchell gets it back. Offensive rebound from Jarrett Allen. A foul by Amen Thompson. Mitchell with the rip-through move. It's a foul on the floor. So it'll be side out of bounds for the Cavs. Just that's an ISO Don versus ISO KD. Can I get an amen? Yes, sir, Keenar. Amen Thompson. I said, Spider's entered the building. Finally. Finally. It took him 3 quarters. Lonzo Ball to the bench. Who's in? Craig Porter Jr. Kenny Atkinson doing exactly what I thought he should do. Have Lonzo and Craig Porter Jr. come in for each other. Mitchell, a deep three, off the handoff, can't get it to go. Mobley, the offensive rebound, but throws it away right to Aaron Holiday, one-on-one against Mitchell. Euro steps down and gets fouled by Donovan Mitchell. Can't foul there, Donovan Mitchell. You can't foul. You have your teammates running back. Trust your teammates are going to hustle back and get the chase down block. If Aaron Holiday misses one of these foul shots, then it'll become a good foul, though. I like shoes. What's up, I like shoes? Still going to cover the Knicks or not? Absolutely, I like shoes. We cover every single Knicks game. This is just the lead up to the Knicks game. The real primetime show later tonight. About 10 minutes before that game tips off. I got it set up here. As soon as that game is ready to go, we will switch over. Does not matter what's going on here. We will throw this on the second monitor, and we will monitor it, and we will go over it that way. But we will immediately switch over to Knicks at Mavs. Holiday knocks down both free throws, so it's a bad foul from Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell has it up top. He's calling for a screen. Being guarded by Thompson. Crosses over to his left. Shoves it over to Hunter. Hunter being guarded by Holiday. Blows past him. Gets fouled. Throws it up. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the foul line for 2 free throws with 4:37 to go. Keenar said, ironic, a rip-through versus KD's team. Yep. Alex, you said, great, can't wait. Yeah, the Knicks will always take priority. We don't miss Knicks games. You see me live, and the Knicks are playing, I will be covering the Knicks game. It does not matter what else is going on. Hopefully this game can end before the Knicks game starts. It's not looking great. We're already at 9:26, and there's still 4.5 to go. Hunter knocks down both free throws. Back to 5. Rockets really struggling to get over that last hump. We talked about it. It's the most difficult one to get over. Durant has it up top. Being guarded by Jarrett Allen. 4:20 to go. Durant driving to his right. Foul line pull-up jumper. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. But the ball is kept alive by Thompson. Jabari Smith Jr. has it knocked out of his hands by Mitchell. To get it over to Durant. Durant quickly driving to his right. Kicks it in the corner. Holiday a 3. Splashes it. Big-time shot for Aaron Holiday. Here comes Donovan Mitchell. Bringing it down. Crosses over to his left off the Mobley screen. Crosses over to his right. Trying to split the double team. Knocked out of his hands. Durant picks it up over to Holiday. Holiday driving it down. Gets the easy layup to go. They had to protect against and a foul from Craig Porter Jr. Oh, man. That might be a little bit of a nail in the coffin for the Cavs comeback here. AI Dangerous. What's up, AI? Today I bet 10K on the Rockets. Please win. I think they're going to pull it off. They're back up by 10 here with Holiday to the foul line for one more. Knocking down big shots here, Aaron Holiday. Ime Udoka trusted him. Holiday has 15 points here in the fourth quarter. Said, Donovan Mitchell, I can do you one better. You got Donovan Mitchell, we got Aaron Holiday. He knocks down his and one free throw. Hunter has it up top, being guarded by Jabari Smith Jr. Driving to his right in the mid-range. Pump fake, spins, got nowhere to go. Kicks it over to Mobley. Mobley steps through, down the lane. He travels with it. They don't call the travel, but they do call the foul on Sengun. He'll go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Just that said, ESPN needs to put on the 10 minutes of commercials. Keenar said, oh, my bets on IQ and Quentin Grimes both hit. The Q former Knicks. Yep. Shout out to those former Knicks, man. Mobley misses a free throw. They deserve to lose this game. Missed free throw after missed free throw after missed free throw. They're free for a reason. They're free for a reason. You got Thanksgiving basketball games? Hold on. Since when is the NBA have Thanksgiving basketball games? Maybe since football decided they wanted to have Christmas Day games? Mobley misses both free throws. They're going to lose. That just convinced me this game is over. They get it over to Durant. Durant puts up the 3 over Jarrett Allen. Can't get it to go. Long rebound. Mitchell able to grab it. He's going to bring it down the other way. Mitchell over to Porter Jr. They throw it all out to Allen. He gets a 2-handed slam. Timeout from the Rockets. 3:13 to go. Okay. Because that's a Thanksgiving Eve? Really? Thanksgiving Eve? I have the game up over here for the Knicks. What will happen is I will end this stream and immediately start the Knicks. So what's going to happen is I will start the Knicks Mavs stream. I will end this stream, and it should, if YouTube works properly, immediately jump you from this game, from this stream room, over to the next stream room. You shouldn't have to do anything. YouTube should handle that automatically the way I have it set up. But YouTube is not reliable. So if this stream suddenly ends, it's because we are starting the Knicks Mavs stream. It's not going to be one show. It's going to jump over to the next one. Just so we have the different thumbnails and everything will be different. I said, let's go, PJ Washington. Just that's a JB looks good. He looked good. Good. He's warming up over there. He should be playing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go over to Twitter and check the beat reporters and see if they have fully reported on it yet. Jalen Brunson will be in the lineup tonight versus Dallas. Brunson has missed New York's previous 2 games with a grade 1 ankle sprain. Mike Brown said he's looking to use more of his bench and wants to give guys more opportunities. After what happened in Miami, we played Mo Diawara for 1 minute. Somebody from the organization must have went up to him and would have been like, "Come on, man. If you're gonna do that, we should have just kept Tom Thibodeau. Don't be Tom Thibodeau. Don't be Tom Thibodeau 2.0. We moved on from Tom Thibodeau for a reason, right? And it wasn't because he was a bad coach. Don't be Tom Thibodeau 2.0. So, okay. I will trust what you said, Mike Brown. Let's see him put that into motion tonight. Let's see him actually back up those words, right? As of right now, they're just words. They're just words. I got the game up over here. It is now officially 9:32, so we should be ready for tip-off in about 10 minutes. So if this game does not end in 10 minutes, we will be live for Knicks versus Mavs. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that room as live. I should be able to do that, right? I should be able to go live twice, right? I should be able to do that. Duplicate ski. Okay, so I can't do that. Thanks, YouTube. Can't do that. Right? I can't do that? Okay, so I can't do that. Okay. Can I change the stream key to do that? Error, duplicate stream key. Select the new stream key to go live here or switch to Houston, Cleveland, Cavs. So can I technically change the stream key? And then go live from here? I don't know. I'm going to have to look this up. But we'll worry about that when the game tips off. We'll leave that there. Actually, this has changed. But we're back in the game here. So let me put that live there. So when that happens, we'll switch over. We got 3 minutes to go here. Game is not tipped off yet. But we will keep an eye on it. Sengun backing down Wade. Gets fouled by Wade. He'll go to the foul on 2 free throws. We don't need any more fouls. We need this game to end. Nixon NYC. What's up, Nixon? Kenar said, need some Mo and Yabu. Not so much Tyler with JB back. True. I mean, Mo Diawara with the 1 minute the other night felt disrespectful. It felt disrespectful, right? I was ready to praise Mike Brown. Got Mo Diawara, the rookie, in there. Let's develop him. Let's start bringing him along. He looks like he's got all the tools to be successful, a good role player in the league. And then the 1 minute, pull him out and then never put him back in, felt disrespectful. Nixon said, maintaining. You good? I'm good, brother. I'm good. I'm ready to go. Sengun knocked down both free throws. Under 3 to go. Mitchell up top. Driving it down. In the lane. Goes up. Lefty layup. Got it to go. Quick score from Donovan Mitchell there. If he showed up for the first 3 quarters, maybe Cleveland might be closer in this game, but now it's a 9-point game. Thompson driving it down. Steps through. Scoop away with the left hand. Gets it to go down. Smooth move from Thompson. Now it's a back and forth affair. Houston back up by double digits. Hovering around 10. Cleveland unlikely to pull this one off unless a miracle happens. Craig Porter Jr. misses the floater. Jabari Smith Jr. with the rebound. Approaching 2 minutes to go here. Holiday bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Mobley on a switch. They get it to Sengun, being guarded by Wade. 2 minutes to go. 107-96. Backing down Wade. Spins off of Wade, going along the baseline. Pump fakes. Kicks it in the corner to KD. A no hesitation three from KD. Can't get it to go. Sengun, the offensive rebound. And he steps out of bounds. All going back to the Cavs here with under 2 minutes to go. It is, 11? 3 threes, get it to a 2-point game. 4 threes, take a lead. I said, okay, I got MSG queued up. I got it queued up right here, too. Second I see that we're ready to go, that game is ready to tip off. Bring it over to Hunter. He pump fakes, drive it down. Gets blocked by KD, but a foul on Durant. 1:46 to go. Nixon said, word, I'm ready to get this win over Dallas. Absolutely. Absolutely. I got to figure out this thing. DeAndre Hunter at the foul line for 2. I got to figure out this thing about how to have multiple streams set up. It says something about the stream key. I have to change it up. But I don't know if changing that up is going to mess up this stream. We'll figure it out. I'm going to end this stream, immediately start that stream. So if you don't get booted over to that stream room, we will be live. So if this stream ends, this stream will end. But I will immediately go live in the Knicks room. So it should pop up right after. You should not have to do anything. The YouTube should kick you over to that game, to that stream room. Thompson dancing with it up top. Hunter did knock down both free throws, 107-98. It's a 9-point game still, 1:30 to go. Time winding down on the Cavs here. You get it over to Jabari Smith Jr., breaking down the defense. Misses the scoop layup. Mobley with the rebound. He's going to bring it down. Get it over to Porter Jr. Porter over to Hunter. Hunter spots up for the straightaway 3. Flashes it. Okay. Making it interesting. 6-point game. A little over a minute to go. They're making it interesting. Sengun up top being guarded by Mobley. Sengun dancing with it against Mobley up top. He's going to wind down as much time as possible. It's going to be under a minute by the time the Cavs get the ball back. Sengun down the lane. Pump fakes. Gets the layup to go. Hunter driving it down the other way. Pulls it back out. Knocked out of his hands by Thompson, but it's out of bounds. No, they're going to say it's off of DeAndre Hunter's foot. Houston ball. Cleveland doesn't have a challenge. Under a minute to go. 8-point game. Houston scores. It'll be a nail in the coffin. Even if they run down the time enough, it'll be a bit of a nail in the coffin here for the Cavs. Sengun dancing with it against Mobley. Crosses over to his right. And a foul out on the perimeter by Mobley. They're in the bonus, so 2 free throws for Sengun and Houston here. And get it back up to 10. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Paul Dog NYC, what's up, Paul? Chi-Chi said, I know you hate when us, the OGs in the chat, bring up 90s basketball, but there was a discussion about why today's players injured themselves so much compared to players to back in the day. The game is faster. There's more possessions. The game is more explosive and more athletic than it's ever been. These players are literally playing competitive basketball from like 6, 7, 8 years old on, and they're playing year-round. The mileage is completely different. They're playing all summer long. They're playing in other leagues. A lot more basketball being played. Sengun knocked down both free throws. Hunter comes down the other end and knocks down a 3. 30 seconds to go. The Cavs are going to play the foul game. GG said it all came down to them being softer. Literally the other way around, brother. Namar said Knicks playing late tonight. Looks like delayed. It's going to be delayed a little bit, probably until the end of this game. ESPN wants to have the full start of the game. Sengun knocks down the first one. They're going to play the foul game. Rockets have been knocking down the free throws all night long, unlike the Cavs. Sengun knocked down the first one, knocks down the second one, and a timeout from the Cavs. I said, I'm with you, Gigi. If you guys went to the YMCA and tried to play basketball at the speed that the NBA is played at, you would not last 5 possessions. You'd be like, why are we running so much, everybody? The reason why these injuries are happening is they're playing competitive basketball from an earlier age. They're playing more basketball than ever. They're playing year-round from the time they're like 10, 11, 12 years old with AAUs. There's never a stoppage in working out. And the game is more athletic, faster, more cutting, more explosive than it's ever been. I've showed you guys multiple times. A lot of standing around back in the day. That was just the style of play, a lot of one-on-one. Guys could stand around and not have to put miles on their body. Every single possession, all of the ball movement, all of the rotations, all of the switching, getting out, the three-point shooters that you did not have to do back in the day. Just to recover back in the paint, just to find a guy to box out, just to grab the rebound, just to, once you get the rebound, we got to get out and run because we got to get an easy basket pushing it the other way in transition. Aiden Zuleika. What's up, Aiden? KD just couldn't score one more point. He might score one more point. We got 30 seconds to go, man. They might foul him. They get it in the Mobley. Mobley's going to fire the three. Can't get it to go. Jabari Smith Jr. with the rebound. They're going to foul. Guys, it's over. It's a 9-point game with 26 seconds to go. Stop fouling. Let's get to this Knicks game. Nixon said, like they said in NBA Jam, is it the shoes? Jay Hazy said they need to start wearing high tops again. I don't think it has anything to do with the shoes. I think it has 0% to do with the shoes. If you guys have ever played basketball in high tops or low tops, I've rolled my ankle in both multiple times. It does not save your ankles whatsoever. As a matter of fact, it hurts you long term because you have limited mobility in your ankles. That's why guys went back to wearing low tops, because they realized that whether you wear high tops or low tops, it's not protecting you. If you want to protect your ankles, you need to wear ankle braces. But it limits your movement. It limits your ability to cut and move and explode and sprint, change directions, which is more important than anything in modern basketball. Mobley bringing it down. Jabari Smith Jr. split the free throws. Hunter puts up the three. Can't get it to go. Sengun with the rebound. And the Rockets will bring it down. And that will be the end of the game. 114-104 is the final score. Thank you guys for hanging out here in this room. But we will stay live. We will just switch rooms over to... Let me switch accounts here. Boom. We're going to switch. We're going to end the stream here, but you don't have to do anything. You shouldn't have to do anything. We will be live over on the other channel. So when I end this, it should boot you over to the other channel immediately. Let's do that. Let's go live. Let's go over to Mavs Knicks. Let's go ahead and end the stream here. We're going to stay live here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to end the stream. We're going to be sent right over to the Knicks Mavs. Let's do it.